to elevate your sleep experience today.
Have you been to Wassey's Meat Market yet? Wassey's Meat Market has hand-cut, never frozen quality meats. And they've been right here in Melbourne for over 30 years. Choose choice and prime domestic Wagyu, Australian Wagyu, and A5 Japanese Wagyu beef. Wassey's also offers sides, appetizers, and pies. Did I mention that everything is homemade, which will make your meal even more special? Stop at Wassey's Meat Market from 9 to 6 and Sundays from 10 to 4 at 830 North Wickham Road in Melbourne. That's Wassey's Meat Market.
You'll use the radio in your car more than anything else. When buying a new car, make sure the AM/FM is simple, clear, and convenient.
Pack your year with awe and awesome at SeaWorld Orlando. Get up close to over 20,000 animals. Board the all-new SeaQuest Legends of the Deep, world's first-of-its-kind suspended dark ride, coming soon. Then enjoy over 200 flavors and 30 concerts during the Seven Seas Food Festival. Select dates now through May 17th. Go from real to unreal at SeaWorld. Buy SeaWorld, get Aquatica free. Hurry, offer ends soon. Tax and service fees, blackout dates, and other restrictions may apply.
Basketball is in full swing, and now you can trade the game in all 50 states on Kalshi. Boston is currently trading at 42% to beat Denver, meaning a $100 trade pays out $234 with a win. On Kalshi, you're trading against peers in a live market, meaning there's no house. As odds change, you can buy in and out of your position all game long. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app, use code IHEART, and you'll get $10 when you trade 100. Kalshi, Kalshi. Trade on anything.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here with my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. February is American Heart and National Cancer Prevention Month. That's important because that's exactly what Life Imaging FLA is here for. I sadly tell the story of my buddy Adam the Woo, who died at 51 years old of heart failure, and he had no symptoms and no idea he had a problem. That's where Life Imaging FLA comes in with their free heart scan. They can tell you where you have issues and then focus your doctor on those issues to make sure you're around for years. And remember, there are no dyes, no injections. You stay clothed the entire time, and the scan only takes a few minutes. But the information you get could save your life. Get this free heart scan, just a few minutes.
Oh, happy Thursday, everyone. Hello. Sean rebuilt everything. So I think we're going to be good. You know, I have high hopes. I've got high hopes. High hopes. Oh, lovely Thursday. Hope everybody's having a lovely day. I'm excited for some domination at Fritz on the Street. I need to channel some good Fritz on the Street energy. And I think I'm good. I think I'm good. So, good morning, Shannon, Lori, Sean Patrick's Day, hello. Chatham's, not so sure. AJ, what's up? Venezuela, what's up? Twitch. Oh, the server's making that little slanty face. That's not us. That's not us. We're good. Feeling good. I'm feeling good today. Pray for Sean. I have positive vibes. Positive. Until I don't. Until it just comes crashing down. But we'll see. 20 seconds and we're getting this MFer on the road. Let's go.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM, HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station guaranteed human. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most most viral stories of the day. The news junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Thursday, February 26th, 2026. Lots to get to today, from Cuba attacks a Florida boat to the NASA mystery illness astronaut comes clean, and the contents of Epstein's secret storage locker revealed, plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Thursday?
Good.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
You?
Oh.
Hanging in there. Yeah, all is well. Today we got a lot to talk about. A lot going on in the world.
Are you freaking
we want to
out?
hear from you. I'm not really. I mean, I am kind of freaking out,
You're
if I'm honest
freaking out
with
a
you.
little bit?
Should we all be freaking out?
I just, there's meltdown potential for me today, which I'm never as excited as you might think I am about. Like, this could be the worst show of my life. Yeah, there's the chance that this.
I'm glad you're optimistic. That's
We're all gonna die.
Kind of a glass half full kind of guy over here, and I'm just telling you, there's a chance that this is going to be the worst show of my life today, because after the show yesterday, it's been so distracting with the lovely folks who watch us on YouTube and Twitch. And there's been some technical glitchies, as I like to call them, little glitchies. And as I've been trying to deal with these, I've worked on the very complicated setup that runs this show and allows you to watch if you want. You could watch on youtube.com/thenewsjunkie. And I spent about 2.5 hours solid yesterday of like rebuilding the setup and changing. And if it doesn't go right today, like, if there was a problem right now as these words were coming out of my mouth, I would probably just jump in the pool and eat water. I would just probably say, that's it. See you later.
Eat water.
Yeah, just take it in. Just take all of it into my lungs. And
So you breathe in, you're drowned.
I would eat the water, C-Lane, as I said the first time. Just completely, that's the kind of day that I'm looking at on the horizon here. But I'm hoping for the best, everybody. So let's see how things go.
There's
all right,
that glass.
YouTube? Yeah, let's see how things go. And just for the hell of it, we kept Twitch around for today, even though Moses wanted us to annihilate the Twitch side of things. There we go. All right, let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. We go to Fort Scott, Kansas, everybody.
Yeehaw!
I like this, and I'm going to tell you why I like this in just a moment here. This is a teenager who is doing something for the first time, all right? And I want you to get this message from me today, if you get any message. It is never too late, all right? It is never too late to learn. You can always learn things like this. You can always pick them up. This kid is a teenager, and instead of all his friends making fun of him for the fact that he could not ride a bike, they all gathered around, got their phones out, of course, and they spent the day teaching him, as a full-grown teenager, or mostly grown teenager, how to ride a bike. Here we go. They're all surrounding him. It's so funny because it's like a dad when your kid takes off on the bike for the first time.
I'm waiting.
Everybody's like, yeah.
I'm waiting for the rug pull here. Where
You want him
Or
to
stick
fall?
right in the spokes.
you just head first into a car.
And you know what I appreciate? The kid has a helmet on, which I did not expect.
He does. He has a helmet on his head. It's over the top of his hoodie, which I don't know if is by the book.
Well, collect the blood.
He's got it over his hoodie. He's on this bike. He's a teenager, and his friends are rooting him on, riding a bike for the first time. No! They're all celebrating. A couple of curse words. Excuse me. A couple more curse words. They have to do that. They're teenagers. But he makes it. He does it. He's free now. He's free. Congratulations.
Wait. Do we know?
He never comes back.
Okay, that's what I thought.
No, they didn't teach him how to stop.
I wouldn't have ran alongside him for that long. I'd have been like,
You can see at the end of the clip.
Happy for you.
Cameraman's done. He's like, "We'll just see you into the horizon."
I think I want to do a little side quest on this during the show today.
You want to learn to ride a bike?
Great thing. I know how to ride a bike, and you've seen me do it. Just not faster than Sabrina on that day or on those days.
That's a girl
multiple days. I will tell you this. It is never too late for you to learn stuff. So I want to open it up on the dispatch side as we go through all the drama and everything going on in the viral world. I want to open it up on the dispatch side and on the email for side stories here. Tell me something that you didn't actually learn until later on in your life. And then when you did, you were like, I'm glad I did that. That took you a while. That took, from what I remember, you were 22, right?
21.
A lot of research.
21. And bad at it the first handful of times, right? Yeah.
Well, you don't know.
Actually, on the line right now is...
That would be a great exclusive.
How was he? Scale of 1 to 10.
It seems easier than it is. It's one of those things. But it's never too late to learn anything. And I want to know on the dispatch side, the positive little note that flows through the show today will be, tell me something that you learned later on in life. Tell me the experience of that. Because I think that so often people are like, well, I can't really do X, but I'm too old now. I just can't do it any longer. You're never too old. I mean, there's some stuff. Like, you probably shouldn't be a 90-year-old MMA fighter.
Unless you're fighting other 90-year-old first-time MMA fighters.
Take my money.
Well, I would watch that.
I would watch it, and then I do feel like we would be a minute and a half in where we want to stop watching it.
Old UFC would be something, man. Just one haymaker and rip.
Just
follow
one.
it up with a funeral afterwards. My God.
One foul mouth, and they bruise immediately. So
I'd watch it.
Each match is the coffin match.
Maybe that's your thing. I saw a story today about a guy. I believe it's a dude. I didn't really read the story to saw the headline, if I'm honest with you. Even me. Wow. I saw the headline, and it said, the world's oldest pool player, like billiards player. I looked this up, C-Lane. The world's oldest billiards or pool player. And he's in his 90s. He or she is in their 90s, and they're still playing competitive billiards with young people.
Oh my gosh. Okay, first of all, it's not a man.
It's a woman?
It is a Florida woman.
What?
Who became the world's oldest competitive pool player at the age of 94, is still going strong at the age of 98.
Yeah.
And is headed to a tournament in Las Vegas. Her name is Maggie Kennedy, and she was dubbed the world's oldest competitive pool player by Guinness in 2021.
Oh, hold on. I think I have this. I love this. These are the stories I want to hear.
A woman is proving that you are never too old to do what you love. Maggie Kennedy is still chalking up her pool cue. And she doesn't just play for fun. She is competitive. In fact, Kennedy is preparing to fly to Las Vegas for the BCA National.
There she is. Look.
I love it. Old as hell.
I love it. Because you're never too old, okay?
I don't know. I think she's too old.
She's playing, though. She's playing, and she's playing against the professionals. You're never too old. Somebody said, I started learning Kung Fu at 50. It's been interesting. Love it. Love it. I want to hear these kind of stories today. I couldn't drive until I was 24 because I lived in Europe and didn't need a car, and then learned that. There you go. You're never too old. It's our little positive weave in throughout the show today as we get into everything else happening out there in the world. Love it, love it, love it. And good luck to Maggie Kennedy. Don't die and break them good. What do you say?
Rack them.
Pool. Rack them and break them. Break them in the pockets, sir.
8-ball corner pocket.
There you go. Whatever you say to those pool player types, I say that to her right now. Meanwhile, I'm watching this story unfold, and it's so interesting to me. Something went down. That's what we know. Something went down in Cuba with a boat registered in Florida. So it was like a Florida boat, a speedboat, they're calling it. And it was registered in the state of Florida. And there was about 10 people on board. They pulled up. According to the Cuban government, the boat opened fire on the Cuban soldiers. And the Cuban soldiers, of course, if this is true, of course, the Cuban soldiers returned fire and killed 4 of the people on this boat. But what the hell were they doing there? And some of the rumors on this are crazy, that these guys, like, they were extremists who were planning on taking over Cuba with 10 people, which is just a brazen move, if that's the case.
But wasn't there a recent foiled coup that was coming out of maybe Florida or Miami or somewhere that was at a different country? We had, like, last year or the year before, there was a wild story about somebody that was trying to coup it up.
Yeah.
And they wanted to take over a country. Do you remember this?
You're never too old to coup. Yeah, you're never too old to coup. This 98-year-old woman who... No, I've seen stories like this from time to time. I don't remember the exact one you're talking about. We talked about the Haiti one where, the guy named Barbecue kind of took power. What was it?
I don't remember the place. I feel like it was in Asia, but they were taking out the politicians like by helicopter because and it was a lot of young people that had successfully couped.
Oh,
anything coming to mind?
Oh, was that in Nepal or something? We might be able to figure this out.
Is that what you're talking about, C-Lane?
I don't think it was Nepal. I thought it was a South American company.
Stupid
country.
This was in Cuba. There was only 10 people in the boat, and the allegations were that they were trying to take over the whole country.
Oh.
Cuba is kind of crumbling right now. Economically, they're always kind of on the verge.
Maybe they thought 10 people was enough.
They said, this will do it.
The headline this morning was that 10 people took a boat from Key West and took over Cuba, and it is now called, 10 Peopleville or whatever they came up with. 10 people took over Cuba. Wouldn't you go, wow? Huh.
I would be impressed. Oh, Sealand, I think you might have been talking about the situation in Africa where this happened. Does that seem like it rings a bell? Because there was a guy who went over with some other people, and they were in a militia in Africa somewhere.
No, this says, Ed says, last year around November, December, 2 guys were going to go in and kill all the men so they could have all the women themselves, not thinking the woman would rise up and kill them.
Yes, that's right. I do remember that.
So many coups last year.
Yeah, this is something that happens from time to time. And these people, what a bold move to get like 10 people and think you're going to take over a whole ass country. Like that is an incredibly bold move. Some of the details coming in on this. Let's see here what we can learn here. Here's CBS 4 real quick out of Miami.
We're learning more this morning about a boat attack off the coast of Cuba. The country says its Coast Guard shot and killed 4 people in a speedboat from
What is this
South
music?
Florida, after the people on the boat fired first.
There were 10 people on board. This morning, we are getting a look at new video here inside the hospital in Cuba.
Fade it out, crew. All right? Fade it out.
Did they have another tab open when they recorded this?
This morning, U.S. officials, including Marco Rubio and South Florida congresspeople, are calling for a full investigation.
Wow. CBS News Miami's Morgan Reiner. She is your reporter in Little Havana with response from
look at that soundstage.
Cuban leaders, in fact.
They got money over there.
Yes, good morning. Cuban officials said they found homemade explosives, bulletproof vests, and weapons on this boat, and they added that all 10 men on this boat were living here in America.
So there were Cubans living in America. So there were Cuban citizens, from what I could tell, living in America. Then they got on this boat. They drove to Cuba. They had explosives and weapons and stuff, and they were going to take over Cuba, which is quite the bold strategy. Did not pay off in this case, or so it would seem. And we'll see what happens next here.
About a mile off of the coast of Villa Clara province, the Cuban Coast Guard intercepted a Florida speedboat with 10 armed people on board. According to Cuban state media, when 5 members of the Cuban Coast Guard approached the boat, the men on the speedboat shot at them. Jesus. Officials say when the Coast Guard members returned fire, they killed 4 men. Now, state officials here, like Congressman Carlos Jimenez, have issued statements about the incident. Congressman Jimenez's statements read in part.
Okay, all right. I don't know about some of this. We got to figure out what happened first. Obviously, you can't just take Cuba's word for it.
I love that they are, though.
If this Congressman Carlos Jimenez says, I am calling for an immediate investigation into this massacre, buddy, if a boat full of 10 people just came up to Cuba and was like, what of it? And they started shooting at the Cubans, what do you expect the outcome is going to be?
Put it the other way around. Were we not just having a little window last year of blowing up cigarette boats that for sure had fentanyl in it?
you are going to, if you try this in the United States of America, pull up with a boat and start firing at the Coast Guard, you're going to be eating water, as they say. Famous saying. You are going to be eating water very soon. A lot of people say this. I'm calling for an immediate investigation into this massacre, said the congressman. United States authorities must determine whether any of the victims were U.S. citizens or legal residents and establish exactly what occurred. The regime in Cuba must be relegated to the dustbin of history for its countless crimes against humanity. So, I mean, look, I'm all for Cuba bad if you really want to do that. You know, communism is not my bag. But when I look at this, if you take a boat full of 10 people and you try to take over a country, don't be mega surprised when the country shoots you and kills you. Am I crazy here? I mean, this just seems like
investigate that.
Seems unless they were just cruising along in their boat, minding their own business. They just happen to be real close to Cuba, and then Cuba just started massacring them. I don't know. Let me know what you think about this. A lot of stories out there. A truck driver who fell into an obsessive and diabolical quest for Cuba's freedom was one of the 4 passengers killed on this Florida-registered speedboat that allegedly infiltrated Cuban waters and was shot by the country's border guards. Michael Casanova became so obsessed with the plot that he and 3 others killed on the stolen vessel didn't think about the consequences or their own lives, according to his own brother. They had talked about how Cubans had endured great suffering. Nobody knew he was going to do this, said the brother. My mother is devastated. Wow. All right, there you go. Let us know your thoughts. We'll keep an eye on that case as the show rolls on today. Lots of emails, a breakthrough in technology that I am here for. This is the first time I've seen a technology breakthrough where I go, this might get me to switch teams. This might get me to go to another phone, just to clarify.
Okay.
This might get me to go to another phone company. Maybe that too. I don't know. You know, it's never too late.
If you're healthier, no problem.
It's never too late. We have so much to get through. Yeah. We have so much to get to today on the show. Hopefully there's no meltdowns.
I'll send you some notes. There's a 101 guy online.
All right, thank you. We're gonna get to all that. Oh, and Fritz on the Street.
Yeah, baby.
That's right. Fritz on the Street coming up later on today.
Yeah, it's never too late for you to learn to win this game.
That's hurtful. That is hurtful.
Go eat water.
Back in a moment. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Crews on the scene of an accident. I-4 westbound. The off-ramp to John Young Parkway is currently blocked. Slow ride on I-4 eastbound between 192 and 535. And, of course, lots of company traveling on I-4 eastbound as well between Osceola.
Hello. Is everything working?
This report is sponsored by Discover. Guess what? Discover
is everything working?
99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. You heard right.
Welcome behind the scenes. Go mic activated.
Face facts. You're stuck in the past. Based on the February 20th.
Samuel L. Jackson operating. Yesterday after the show, I did a complete breakdown of both the production software. Made about 15 changes on that one computer. All very complicated, convoluted. And then the streaming computer, a totally separate computer, completely changed all the software, completely updated all kinds of things. Huge risk today. How does everything look so far? Good or bad, chat? Good or bad? Good? Perfecto seems to be doing fine for now. Perfecto looks great. Sounds great. Great. I mean, it's early. We might get that 1 o'clock curse. 1:30 curse.
8 here? Nice. Found it. You did it.
That's harder than it seems. You look slimmer, Sean? Yeah, unless I turn around and and bend over a little bit, this shirt pops up on me. Will there be a breakdown over the breakdown? Highest tech podcast stream on the internet? All right. Camera might be crooked. Don't mess with me. Let me go center. Camera crooked, yes or no, chat? Yes or no, camera crooked? No trolling. Oh, I forgot what I asked you. Did I ask you if it was straight or crooked? Not crooked, they're saying. No, okay. We're good. Fingers crossed today. Fingers crossed. All right, back in 2 minutes. I'm not bending over again. Camera is straight, talk show host, not so much. How dare you? I am certified super straight. As straight as they get. Straight as an arrow. Ask Mr. Predicto if the camera is crooked. No. I never would have figured Sean for a water eater, and yet here we are, Ted. Here we are. 90 seconds, and we're back on the show. Sean doth protest too much? That is, I am just telling you the truth. I'm telling you facts. But the likelihood of a meltdown on the show today is high, level high. Although here's the good thing for those 3 of you that actually care. The good thing is if something goes wrong today, I fixed so many things yesterday that there can only be 2 possible issues. 1, it's the restreamer in jest, or 2, it's a local network problem that's just random. At least I'll have an answer to what's going on. But again, this is the kind of stuff that I do, which is why I want you to keep cool when we have any issues like this. All right, what's that? We're coming back, baby. Let's do it. Here we go.
Special Agent Bradley Hall.
In 2018, the FBI took down a ring of spies working for China's Ministry of State Security.
The Sixth Bureau podcast is a story of the inner workings of the MSS and how one man's ambition and mistakes opened its vault of secrets.
Listen to The Sixth Bureau from Bloomberg Podcasts on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart.
Follow The Sixth Bureau and start listening on the free iHeart Radio app today.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos. This
Good to be with you.
And you are now in the world's most viral newsroom. We have a lot to get to, a lot of drama to sift through on the show today. Learn more about what's happening around here over at thenewsjunkie.com. This, honestly, will make me switch teams potentially. I didn't think it was possible. Not in a gay way. This is in a technology way. I didn't think it was possible to make me switch teams, but this is the newest thing that I've seen.
You going Samsung?
That just came out this week, C-Lane, is the first time in 5 or more years when I saw something on a laptop or a phone or anything, I was like, I want that. I like that, and I want that, and I'm into it.
Very curious.
It doesn't happen anymore. People do all these things that I personally think are dumb. You guys might be with me on some of them, maybe not on others. But for instance, I think the folding screens on everything is stupid. I couldn't care less.
Not a fan. I do love and miss sometimes the foldable phone, but that would be via Razor. I've seen like the foldables that people are like, oh, how cool is it? And then I can see that bubble at the crease.
Yeah, and even if it doesn't,
text.
It opens up to like this notebook size thing, Sabrina, and I don't need it. Okay, I don't need that.
I don't need my phone to be a tablet. I need my phone to be a phone. I have a tablet that I love.
Yes. And my phone, by the way, goes in my back pocket always. So I just wanted to slide right in there. And I'm not, as you know, listen to this show, at least some of you. Well, no, I'm not a team guy. I will run turncoat in 5 seconds. I don't care. I have no allegiance to anything in my life other than my family. I will be a heel in 5 seconds. I don't have an allegiance to a car brand or cigarettes or a type of alcohol. Really, I don't care. I will switch to whatever
cigarettes you smoke now.
I don't smoke at all now. But as you know,
I was hoping you came back.
As you know, but if I did, all I want is the one I like the best. That's all I want. And this is the new feature that may have me switching teams here. This is the Samsung S26 Galaxy Ultra.
Oh, my God. Seychelles just climaxed.
Mm-hmm. Probably. That they released. And the feature that this has that's kind of bowled me over is pretty cool. Here it is. This is Marquise Brownlee, who's a
Love him. This guy is great.
He's an internet creator, YouTuber. He's got a jabillion subscribers over on YouTube. Actual round number. Here he is talking about this feature that won me over.
So you probably know those privacy screen protectors that are supposed to black out your screen from the side so no one can spy on you?
Yes.
Well, this S26 Ultra obviously doesn't have a screen protector on it. But if I just turn on privacy screen, it turns off individual pixels to achieve the exact same effect. Which is pretty sick. But not only that, since it's built into
it's done on a pixel level. So you're looking at your screen. All right. Let's say I'm on my banking app in public. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at my screen. Only eyes looking directly at the screen can see anything. Eyes at a little bit of an angle see a jet black screen.
Yeah.
And because it's on a pixel level, they can make it so, hey, people can see anything else on your phone. But if a notification pops up, that they can't see. They wouldn't see like whoever texts you, only you looking directly at it when you have this activated. That's the first time where I've gone, well, I kind of would like that a little bit.
I've tried the screens before, the privacy screen protector.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
there were some in the past that I've liked, but they had cracked easily. And there were some that I used that were supposed to be better glass, but then you can't even see it yourself. The idea that you could just switch it on and off on your phone is brilliant. Now, riddle me this. If it's pixels, is that solely based on hardware, or is it an update possibly in which they can reformat the pixels?
This seems software.
Well, from what they showed when they debuted it, it's happening like inside the phone. I don't know if that's lies or not, but they said it's happening on the pixel level, and they have like this technology that allows it so you could just, if you're looking right at your phone, like I have my banking app up in public, and nobody would see that there's only $2.13 in my account right now. Because if you're at an angle, you see nothing. You see just a black phone.
Can we make it to where at an angle there's like $200,000 in there?
That's when you get robbed.
Can we?
But I want this technology for laptop. Yesterday, I was at a public place doing some work, and somebody that I don't know immediately is just like, "Oh, you're looking at a new car. Let me tell you all the things."
Oh yeah.
What do you think about AI right now?
Nosy.
I stopped looking at my stuff, but here I am to engage with you. If I had that privacy pixel screen,
Nosy people. And this all went back to the early days. Now, I've talked on the show about how my father worked for IBM, as did C-Lane's dad, strangely enough. My father worked for IBM in Boca Raton, Florida. And he had computers and stuff in our house before most people had computers at home. So I've been messing with computers my whole life. And for a little while, my dad did have this thing, and it would connect onto your big, gigantic 70-pound monitor. It would connect on there, and my dad was like, it's a privacy screen. And I'm like, it's a computer in your room. It's like, it's not the same thing.
Yeah, he didn't want you to see what he was doing.
And I would, even as like a 12-year-old, I'd be like, at an angle, I'd be like, I can still see it. I can still see it, Dad. I still see your AOL log. Your CompuServe is compromised. I would be able to see it. This is pretty phenomenal.
Display, you can have it turn on only when opening certain apps.
Chrome.
Like banking app, or messages, or photos.
That's crazy. You turn it a little bit and it goes black.
Notifications as they come in, or just a password field when entering a password. Honestly, unreal levels of display innovation so that you can hide whatever you're hiding.
Love it. I dig it. I don't know if I'm actually going to move over, but maybe Apple can steal this. They do that with everything else.
Absolutely. Let's go.
The news junkie. This will be at Apple in 5 years.
That was good. That was really good.
Probably. And you're probably right, Fake Seychelles. For those of you new to the show, this is a guy who yells at us all the time if we talk about anything Apple related that happens to pop into the news.
Samsung.
Samsung is what he likes. He's a big fan of the Samsung stuff. But I thought that was kind of cool.
I'm a fan of this for sure. Yeah. A little
I think
jealous.
it's smart. People want a little bit of privacy with stuff. I think about this all the time. Sometimes if I want to look at private stuff, that sounds weird. If I want to look at like banking information, or I have like a conversation on text and I don't want people to see it and there's a bunch of people around, I will look up at the cameras in the establishment that I'm at, assess the camera.
Oh, you're super paranoid.
I'll back up to the wall. Well, I mean, let's say there's
banking information. Yeah, you said that, but it's something else. I know it is.
Oh, I mean, it's nothing else text-wise, unless it's business stuff. There's nothing I wouldn't want randos to know about, but I don't want them to know about, well, you know what? I just don't want them to know anything.
Sometimes you open up your Instagram, and it's like, oh, okay, not even a warning there. Now everyone thinks I'm looking at big juicy booties.
Yeah. And, I mean, to be clear, I am looking at big juicy booties sometimes, but that is totally unrelated. Let us know what you think. If you would actually upgrade or change teams, would you switch teams as a result of a feature like this? Or what would be the breakthrough that made you do just that? Send us a dispatch. Record yours right now at thenewsjunkie.com or email the show. tips@thenewsjunkie.com. All right, let's see here. Couple of things. Speaking of emails, Eric emails the show, and he says, hey, this is Eric. You do not have to keep me anonymous. So I'm glad that was up there, and I didn't.
In fact, say my name again, Eric.
Please say it, Eric. I'll summon you if I say it. Well, I think I already did. I went to Sumter Correctional, says Eric, not far from where you guys are, when I was younger, to attend a boot camp program. We talked about this yesterday, where this guy, younger guy, was 16 when he was in an accident where he was driving and drunk and allegedly doing all sorts of other stuff. They were joyriding, it seems, and he was 16 behind the wheel, and 5 people died, and he got 9 months in a youth boot camp. He's 19 years old now. That was the sentence that he got. Eric says it was a tactic that they would use to send you there to see if you can actually make it to avoid a longer sentence, which they wanted to give me 15 years, he said.
Yikes.
Ended up only serving 44 months of that, which was in the boot camp program. Believe it or not, actually saved my life. It showed me how tough I can be, how tough things can get, and how you can overcome anything. I now own a home. I have a pool, a boat, 2 businesses, and I've been happily married for 15 years. It can work, and for some reason, they're trying to shut them down for funding issues. First of all, Eric, congratulations for,
buddy,
getting it together. Good for you. That's great. I salute that. I think we should salute that. And for him, he says the boot camp worked. Others not necessarily for it. Let us know what you think. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. We're going to get to more of your feedback momentarily. I've got a guy running for office that has the most unhinged pitch for an election that I've ever heard of in my life.
Is Fish back again?
This is worse than anything that's ever been featured on this show.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. And the strange thing is the guy's coming out, he's like, I just want to be honest. I want to be honest. And I think honesty is something that's a big shortcoming for almost all politicians. They seem to be real good at lying and not telling the truth. This guy goes, I'm going to start out with some honesty. He drops a bomb. And he says, I hope you'll still vote for me. I won't. I won't as a result of this. But I want to see what everybody else thinks. And this will be a controversial one. I want to see what everybody thinks of this. This guy's
running for the Nazi party?
It's not that. It's not going to go in the direction you think it is. It's not going to go in the direction you think it is. But I will drop that on you when we come back. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is The Jim Colbert Show. Talk radio with a side of chaos. The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for our Thursday, we are going to be expecting another beautiful day. In fact, temperatures will be above normal finally, with a high of around 79 degrees under mostly sunny skies. We do, though, start to see some changes arrive as we head to this weekend, specifically starting tomorrow. As we head into tomorrow.
Hello. Welcome behind the scenes. I even completely updated the little waveform thing on the screen, so I didn't even know if that would work today. But it looks like it's working. Is the waveform jumping with my voice? Is it working? Hello?
Start that new you, perhaps get a new house, maybe refinance that beautiful home you already own. But most importantly, just work with that mortgage guy, Don. He is here for you. He has over 250
All right.
five-star Google reviews.
Platypus dude says, yep, I've been saying this forever. Now people are seeing.
That he knows what he's doing. And I can say with full confidence.
Known Badger,
Unfortunately, chances are high.
I'm instituting the death penalty for trolling on this issue. I'm instituting the death penalty for trolling on this one particular issue. You yap about it and you troll, yeet it into oblivion. Out of here, never to be seen again in these parts. If something actually goes wrong, you can tell me about it. But no troll. You made it wiggle a bit, sir? True. Holy crap, now we can't hear you again? You can hear me. What sold me, Kurt says, on the S25 was seeing streamers throw it from second floor balconies, sitting in a pool for 30 minutes and even a microwave, and it's coming out unscathed. Jesus. Cybertruck of phones? All right, chat, let's toss this one out there. I didn't get to see some of your questions. For it's never too late to learn. What is something that you didn't learn until older in life? What is something that you didn't learn until older in life? Let me know. And there's a lot of people who are grown-ass adults who don't know how to ride a bike. They don't know how to swim. They don't know how to do basic-ass things. They don't know how to, like, be financially stable. They don't know how to invest. File my taxes. Good for you. That's good. Blacksmithing. Very cool. My money budgeting, that's one of the best ones. That's so freeing. You know, I think that not to preach on this, but I genuinely mean this. I think one of the best pieces of advice you can give to somebody is, no matter how much it hurts for a short period of time, start taking money and putting it in a savings account. And if you can start taking that money and put it in a savings account, just save up a couple thousand here and there, maybe get to like 3, 4, 5,000. If you can get to 3 months, 4 months of your bills in that savings account, you have no idea the level of stress this will remove from your life. There is literally nothing more freeing. Nothing on this planet more freeing. Nothing better for your marriage. Nothing you could think of. Because most of the problems that you have will be related to those exact issues. Do it. Sean Patrick's Day says that 9/11 was an inside job. Learn to pay off mortgage fast. It shortens the years you have to pay for your house. True. Congratulations, by the way. Finally able to roll a good joint. Hey, I'm not ruling out anything. It's never too late to learn that, too. Although I always sucked at it. 2 minutes and we're back live. Mo money, mo problems. True. Learned one thing, women.
Thrown in at 12 here.
I've got to toss that segment in because I forgot. What was the last one, an 8?
Yes.
That's why we have thousands of ASE certified technicians that help you get more out of your car. Firestone Complete Auto Care. Look now. Auto.com.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, privacy, phone.
If you're a 50-year-old male, you're a bit porky and you may even have type 2 diabetes.
Don't call me Porky.
Term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-444-2013. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2.
I needed to go tell the truck driver something. He was way out on the property, so I used the wheels. Money doesn't buy happiness, but the lack of it will cause a lot of misery. True. Money doesn't make things perfect, but it can alleviate a lot of the stress that needlessly makes things worse. That is the secret. There's a point where you don't really get too much happier, but it can alleviate the small little stress issues. Those are the important ones. I will come back. Here we go.
He's on meds too. Call 800-444-2013 or biglou.com.
Your entire sports feed all in one place with iHeartRadio. One tap away. Open the iHeart app and stream your local stations. Catch the latest on Fox Sports Radio or dive into the world's biggest sports podcast. Search sports on iHeartRadio and lock in.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster. I started Blindster in my garage back in 2010. Since then, we've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters nationwide. Our blinds are DIY friendly, guaranteed to fit, and always cheaper than big box stores. Blindster.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com.
Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Watching the world burn with some friends since 2007. This is
I got a clip I want you to hear of a man being a little too honest, and I want to know how you feel about it. I'll play that in just a moment here in the world's most viral newsroom. Learn more about the show over at thenewsjunkie.com. This guy wants to do things differently. He's running for office, and he thinks it's important to be honest. And I got to tell you, Sealand and Sabrina, I agree with him. I think it's important that you're honest. We got a bunch of narcissistic bloodsuckers in office in Washington, D.C., and they're all
So you totally
liars.
agree with this guy?
No, I don't.
You said I agree with him.
I heard that too. I got to be honest.
Let me rephrase here for the both of you. I think that this guy is right about one thing, and that is that politicians should be honest and upfront about things. There's so many instances of these people lying about everything. From the guy who said he didn't have an affair with that woman who lit herself on fire, when we could see the text messages of them going back and forth and
Also,
obviously having an affair in the text.
Lit herself on fire says a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of stories like this, and even worse, believe it or not, about politicians who are lying. However, enter this person. There's a guy who's running for office, and he says, I want to be honest with you. I want to start off with honesty. I'm going to play a little bit of him chatting, and you guys tell me if the honesty is going to work for you. That's it. Just let me know. That simple answer. Everybody on chat, everybody on dispatch, I want to hear from you as well. Is this guy's honesty enough that you're like, okay, you know what? I like that it's refreshing that you're honest like that. Let's see what we can get out of this. Here he is with this interview. Excuse a couple of pops in the audio, but
I believe Fresno deserves leaders that are honest from the very beginning, not the end.
All right, okay. I want people who are honest from the very beginning, not the end, he says. He's starting off okay. However, Celine and Sabrina can see the chyron here on our internal monitor.
Yeah. There it is. Yeah,
you might have seen what he's going to be honest about here.
So going into this, I am putting my life out there.
Up front about his status as a registered sex offender.
There we go.
Rene Campos is not running from his past as he runs for office.
I've been given the chance to rehabilitate through the courts and back into the system.
Charged with being in possession of child sex abuse material back in 2018. The Fresno native says he pled no contest to a misdemeanor charge.
Yeah, I got to tell you, some of this other stuff is things that I think you can be rehabilitated from. You got a kid who knocks off a gas station, steals some Red Bulls at $150 out of the cash register, goes to a boot camp like our friend Eric on the email, and writes his world. That kid, all right, good. He's on the straight and narrow. He wants to be an honest politician. He says, I made some mistakes in my life.
Well, so does this guy.
This guy, no, I'm sorry. All right?
But you said yourself.
I think that this guy is right about that one thing, not the other thing. Not the other thing is so much more important that I think I could never vote for a person who said this. He's a registered sex offender. He had, child porn on his devices or something, they say.
Oh, my God. And you're allowed to run for office.
And I guess that doesn't disqualify you. And he's like, I'm just going to be real with you, y'all. I did the thing. And then he thinks you're going to go, well, that's refreshing. So now we should elect you to office here. Does that work for you is my question to the chat people. Hard pass. Nope. I appreciate his honesty, but hell no, thank you.
I mean,
is this a weird question, but can registered sex offenders, I guess if it's not a felony, you can still vote. So now you could still vote. The vote of registered sex offenders.
In some states,
isn't it a felony if you're a registered sex offender?
That's what I thought.
He's running in California. Big surprise. He's running in California, this guy. So it'll be the rules based out of there. And he says, I just want to be honest with you guys. This is what I did. This is my past. Will my honesty win you over? Let's see what you think. Here we go.
Now, launching his campaign to represent District 7 on the Fresno City Council.
I'm a no.
He says his focus is on safety.
So I say, let's choose somebody outside the box, somebody who knows the system from inside out. Because I've experienced the laws that we are trying to reform right now.
Fresno County
Are we trying to reform the laws that you've experienced? Wait, hold the phone, buddy.
From my viewpoint, the laws that you violated, I'm fine with them. I don't think they need reform. I think we need to protect the kids at all costs.
So they can't vote. So
what are you talking about, guy?
Voters. James Coos says state law does not prevent a registered sex offender from running for office.
There you go.
Once you leave prison, you're on probation. You actually are allowed in California to reapply and become a registered voter again, which would then make you eligible to be able to run.
Wait, so you do have to be a voter to be able to run?
I guess, yeah. That's what he just said,
this
dude.
Interesting.
But the other thing is, there's some things he couldn't run for, like he can't run for a school board thing.
No.
Because
I would hope not.
Unless he works remote,
It's like, unfortunately, the duly elected new school board superintendent.
Is this guy just doing it by himself? If not, where are the campaign funds coming from, and who's on the team? Passing out the flyers and putting out the yard posts.
You mean, Sabrina, is there like a room full of people phone banking for this guy? Like, yep, that is true, ma'am. Yep. No, he was convicted of that. Yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. Like, to fight for this guy and call up everybody and go, you got to vote for this candidate.
Delusional, man.
He's going to change
We're
things.
living in the proper jurisdiction.
Campos looks to enter a growing field of people.
Lorena says nope to the 200,000th power, I think, is where she's at.
For the seat. Another candidate says he shouldn't join the race.
I think it should be a disqualifier to serve in public office. If I'm the next council member in District 7 and I can't show up at a school site, how can I best represent the people in the neighborhoods I want to serve?
Each candidate brings a different background and focus to the race. AJ Rossomny says homelessness is his priority.
Oh, are they going to go through them like football players right now? Defensive tackle, AJ Rostrami, and then they're going to say, what are they going to say for the guy in question here? Because he's got a bad history. He's got a bad history, but he's honest about it. Anybody won over by this? I don't know that that's going to be the case. Yeah. But
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that the other guy who's running, taking a stand against this is kind of silly, because if I were running for office and they were like, Mr. Lane, there's a new candidate that's running against you, and I'd be like, all right, what do we need to know about this guy? What's our strategy? He's a convicted sex offender. And I go, all right, we're done with that strategy. We don't need to worry about that guy. I think we're going to be
what
good.
What if they have a debate and everything he says, opponent is just like registered sex offender?
Say what?
You know what they could do? They could do that trick Trump did at the State of the Union, where you ask people to, stand up if they agree with certain things. And this guy's...
Everybody raise your hands if you're a convicted sex offender.
The guy's just, hand up. That's going to kind of lose you some votes. I think that's going to lose you some votes. And I'll be honest with you.
Now, everybody raise your hand if you're allowed to hand out candy on Halloween.
Right. I'm fine with really isolating these people and maybe not voting for them. That's just me. Maybe you would. Maybe you think, no, Sean, these people can be rehabilitated. I'm interested in your story, too. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com, TIPS at thenewsjunkie.com. Real quick, I saw this story, and I thought this was... Sometimes I see these stories, I go, how can people do these kind of jobs? There's a lot of gigs like that these days. One is there's people who, and this is not the story I'm about to get to, who work at convenience stores where they use technology to monitor the workers, and they will yell at you from the speakers inside the convenience store you work at. I love that.
From another country, too.
From another country.
Put that banana back down, please.
Some dude from some other country is like, hey, it's not your lunch break. What are you doing with the yogurt, pal? And they'll get you for doing this kind of stuff. This one is a bridge too far for me, I think. Burger King is going to start using artificial intelligence.
Oh, yeah, I gave him that idea when I texted the president of the company.
Oh,
did you?
Right.
Yes, I knew he must have gotten it from somewhere. That could be it. The CEO or the president of Burger King recently gave out his personal phone number. Who knows if this is what he got?
Fake.
And in terms of feedback on that fake nonsense. But Burger King will use AI to check if employees are saying please and thank you to all of the customers that go through. And there's an AI chatbot named Patty that will basically exist inside the headsets of all of these employees for Burger King.
Come on.
And Patty here again. I just wanted to let you know you didn't say thank you to that last customer.
This is one of the more dystopian things I've ever heard about a new implementation.
And then Patty zaps you
implementation of AI.
Patty, just checking in. I noticed you were a little bit terse with that last person going through the drive-through. Patty, your new digital boss. Not Patty of the mayonnaise variety, but Patty, an AI chatbot.
I think Patty is named of the burger variety.
No, you don't know who Patty Mayonnaise is, do you?
Yeah, I know who Patty Mayonnaise is.
This guy doesn't know Patty Mayonnaise. Let the record state this guy doesn't know who Patty Mayonnaise is.
It's from Doug.
You Googled
All right,
it.
Doug's best friend.
I didn't
3,
Google
2,
it.
1.
I didn't watch Doug.
What is Doug's best friend?
I have no clue.
Come on.
How does the theme song go? 3, 2, 1.
I didn't watch Nickelodeon.
Guy's going to be out of a job.
Not a loser.
In a moment.
About to call your parents.
This is really, really obnoxious, and it's going to be part of these people's jobs. This is how it works. Burger King is launching an AI chatbot that will live in the headsets of all their employees. A voice-enabled chatbot called Patty, part of an overarching BK assistant platform that will not only assist employees with meal preparation. So Patty will be like, make sure when you're making the cheeseburger to firmly press on the cheeseburger patty while it's cooking. Patty will, whoa, slow down there, Christopher Lane. That particular burger isn't quite ready for prime time just yet. We're flame broiled over here at Burger King. This is not Patty, in case you wondered. This is an example.
Well, I thought Patty was already here. That's
not it.
That's a very convincing Patty.
That's not it. A Burger King's chief digital officer who sounds like some sort of obnoxious royalty. He sounds like a king himself. Thibault Roux.
Oh.
Thibault Roux.
I think it's probably Tybalt.
Thibault Roux. The chief digital officer at Burger King says they have worked on having people say, welcome to Burger King, please, and thank you, or they're going to get yelled at. They're going to get yelled at by Patty in their headsets. Would you ever work at a place like this?
There's a couple.
About Patty mayonnaise? I knew it.
No, I'm wrong about Thibault?
Thibault?
The H, the L, and the final T are silent.
How do you say it then? Give it to me.
Thibault.
Thibault?
Tim
Thibault
Thibault.
Roux. Whatever the guy's name is, this ain't going to go over well with your employees, pal.
Oh, come on. Just say the thing, man. I don't want to hear the whole...
You got to get enough in there for the ad roll.
Yeah. No, I'm out. For that reason, I'm out.
All right, we want to know what you think. Would you do that? Would you put up with that at your job? And maybe you do. Let us know. Tips, TIPS, at thenewsjunkie.com. Back in just a moment. Some news coming in on the Savannah Guthrie situation. I don't know that I buy this, but I'll bring it to you. I'll present to you the update that's just rolled in, and a whole lot more on the way. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Get ready for high-flying action unlike anything else on the Supercross circuit. Daytona Supercross returns to the World Center of Racing February 28th. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com or call 1-800-PIT-SHOP.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
No traffic issues.
Breaking news. Breaking news. Hillary Clinton is currently testifying behind closed doors, a deposition with the House Oversight Committee about her connections and the Clintons' connections to Jeffrey Epstein. Hillary Clinton says she has no new information on Jeffrey Epstein. That's leaked out so far. She says she has no new information. Well, I mean, he's allegedly dead, so that's not surprising. Anybody going to vote for that guy? Just to bring that back around, we'll ask two questions to you, chat. Would you vote for that guy? He says, look, I'm a sex offender. I want to be honest with you. Please don't clip that. And I want your vote. Yes or no? Couple minutes and we're back live on the show, by the way, with this big update in the Savannah Guthrie case that I don't know if I believe it. Hell no. Says Orange Cupo. Bro, this whole Republicans are all sex offenders thing is cringe, my man. That is cringe. BTW, let's find out. Let's see who has to take responsibility for this guy. Registered sex offender. Nelson Esparza. He's running for District 7. They're not saying whether he's a Republican or Democrat here. Nope. He will continue to do those things. Yeah, I mean, the best you can hope from somebody who has those proclivities, we'll say, the best you can hope is that they are inactive. And that's what I require out of you. By the way, if one of you happens to be like this guy, I require that every day you wake up and from the moment your eyes open out of dreamland and you're existing in the real world, that you do nothing with the thoughts that you have. Hi. Hello. Hi, how are you? What? Were you going to vote for that guy?
Hell no.
Oh. That's rude.
That's a sickness. He's always going to feel that way.
Yeah, he is. That's true. She's right about that.
I think he's probably born with it or developed it, but
Maybe it's Maybelline.
I don't think Maybelline wants to do
No, they don't want to be associated. What are you doing? Okay, be safe.
Hey,
Love you. See you later.
Hey.
She's going to vote for the guy. Courtney should run for office? She can't. Convicted felon. Almost said something else. Almost said something else.
444-2013 or biglou.com.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
You're listening to the News Junkie. Proceed towards your
You're in a good spot. This is the world's most viral newsroom. It's good to have you on board, and I'd love to hear from you. Send your dispatch. That's what we call them. You can record a message and get it on the show over at thenewsjunkie.com. I don't know that I believe this news, this update in the Nancy Guthrie, Savannah Guthrie case that's kind of gone a little bit cold. It just seems a little bit far-fetched to me. I'll give you the news, the information, the update that's coming in just a moment. But I saw that there was this piece of information this morning. Again, I questioned this one. And another one where they say there was a 911 call the night that Nancy Guthrie went missing, was abducted by that weirdo in the backpack and the gun who came to her front door and was on the doorbell camera. The night that happened.
Huh. And
there
we're
was a
just
911
finding
call.
out now? This is...
Yes.
The same phrase I have said so many times with this case since it started. Like, just finding this out now? Just doing this now?
Yes.
Everything's like a week delayed.
Yes. Here's the 911 call. Give me your thoughts, and then I'll give you this update on the Savannah Guthrie situation that I just don't know if I could believe. Here's the 911 call.
The caller is advising they saw a female out of a vehicle window screaming. The vehicle was a dark gray or blue Chevy Malibu, no plate. Advised that the female was hanging out of the window wearing all black. And the door was also open.
Was the woman in...
All right, this is the 911 call. The person says that they saw a female hanging out of a window screaming on the same night that Nancy Guthrie went missing.
Do we have a
was in a car.
time on this 911 call?
I don't have a time. They said it was the same night. I don't know what the exact time was. They said the vehicle was a dark gray or blue Chevy Malibu with no plates. And they suggested that the female was hanging out of the window wearing all black and the door was open. That's what the 911 call says. Maybe this report attached to it says when it came in.
And the door was also open.
Was the woman in the car 84-year-old Nancy? The location given by the undetermined 911 caller is just 3 miles from her house.
Really?
The disturbing call was revealed last night by Nancy Grace.
Of course.
Is it connected? We don't know, but it's close to her home around the time she was taken. We can't really discount any.
That's kind of loose. Sealane's right to question. Around the time that she was taken, was this like, had somebody seen her after this? If that's the case, we know this ain't real.
We have a pretty set in stone timeline for how things happened. Like what time her pacemaker disconnected is a big one, because that would be the time that she was, parted ways with her phone or watch or whatever was Bluetoothed in there.
Yeah.
So, we know what time the abductor was there. We know what time that she was no longer there.
Right. So if this doesn't fit in that timeline,
tell us the time of the 911 call. Does it fit in the timeline?
You're right. Because we know that 100%. When did the call come in? Does that match up? If not, get it out of here.
Now
the problem is though, C-Lane, they open it up. There's $1 million reward, and the crazies are calling in. Somebody called in immediately, and they go, "I have information on the Nancy Guthrie investigation that is very important for law enforcement." And they go, "Yeah, what is it?" And he go, "Well, this is for the $1 million reward. I just want to say that the kidnappers escaped using a system of tunnels underneath the city, and they made their way back to some sort of bunker somewhere."
When do I get that money? Is that PayPal or direct
Can you
deposit?
Venmo me? This is what, literally, that was one of the tips that came in. What were we going to say, C-Lane?
The only reason I could see them not talking about this 911 call is if those were some of the details that they wanted to hold back in the investigation to try and confirm, what people are saying about it. Like any of these ransom notes may have mentioned this car, may have mentioned something like that. Now, my other concern is that a person made this 911 call on that night. I'm sure they didn't forget about it for 26 days.
True.
Why have they not come out to the news or come out to law enforcement or anything like
And
that?
why not play the actual 911 call? That's just the dispatcher.
That's the dispatcher re-establishing with some cop or something she's talking to. She's telling them what she had heard during the 911 call, I guess.
Weird, man.
Yeah, it's strange. It's at least more interesting than the fake TMZ stuff. But the other story that I saw, I was like, could this be possible? This update doesn't seem real to me. And we'll get past this story in a moment here. Get to some of your feedback.
Other people are missing, Sean.
We can focus on them too. But this story says Savannah Guthrie plans to return home to New York City this weekend as she confronts the grim reality that finding her mother, Nancy, might take years.
Oh, well,
they said she's going to be coming back and going back to the Today Show. After this week, and
that's all they're going to talk about that entire day.
I don't know that. Could you imagine what this woman is going through? Is there any shot that's real that she's going to say, "Well, can't find you, Mom"?
But at what point do you have to make your living again? It's not like, hey, your mom went missing. It's a national story. We haven't found her yet. So here's the severance package. They're not some corporate overlord at some point that's like, I kind of
thought
to work.
I kind of thought she would never come back.
I thought so too, but
imagine, God forbid, that happened to you. I would I wouldn't be thinking about that. I wouldn't be like, well, we get back to the work here.
Okay, but then 2 months later,
gotta go do this week in Florida now.
2 months later, at what point is it that I've now quit because my mother was abducted, or
that would be this person, whoever it is, Savannah Guthrie's decision to do that. But it seems difficult to think that you would go, all right, I'm just leaving the city. I'm going to New York. I'm going to wake up in the morning and grab an omelet and head off to the Today Show. Maybe that's too early to eat an omelet. And I'm going to put on a performance and then give you I don't know that most people would be able to do that. I don't know. Obi-Wan Cannoli says, I think she's going to lay low for a bit. I just find it really hard to believe that she would be returning to work at the Today Show.
Now, if she ever does, though, is there going to be backlash because of it? Your mom's missing. How dare you go back to your normal life and living?
Yeah, I think probably there would be people who would judge her for it. They would say, how could you do this? This is such a big deal. What are you talking about? I absolutely could see that being the case. Anonymous emails the show and says, I'm a rideshare driver. You guys were talking about this Tourette syndrome thing at the award shows. And this says, as a rideshare driver with Tourette syndrome making the news again, I recently learned that when somebody gets in my vehicle and pretends to sneeze, I can call them an a-hole, says Anonymous. I have no idea what that means. I think you need a break from the internet today, though. Just take a little break from the internet. Log off. You're going to be all right, I think. Michael emails tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Says, this isn't quite what you asked for in a story, but I want to give you something here. One Saturday, this is speaking about never being too late to learn something, because the clip opening the show is these teenagers, and they help their teenage friend learn how to ride a bike, and they're all running alongside him. He's like 16 years old, 15 years old, and they're rooting for him. And I said, it's never too late to learn stuff. One Saturday, out of the blue, on his own accord, my brother decided I was going to get the training wheels off my bike. Next thing I knew, I was nervously seated on my little bike with no training wheels on our street, surrounded by his friends who lived in the neighborhood, and off I went, with my brother and his best friend holding either side and everybody else cheering. They both let go, and suddenly I was flying solo and nailing it. They ran to me at the end of the road, cheering me like a hero, but I really think my brother was the hero of that day. I was 38 years old, he says. This person.
You sure you don't want to be anonymous?
Thank you for the email. Appreciate that. Tips@thenewsjunkie.com. You too can email the show. We'll see what you have on your mind, and we'll even get in some dispatches. In fact, I'll show you we can do one of those. Let's see what we got here. Oh, I'm not doing that.
Okay.
I'm not doing that one. Here's somebody else who started late in life. Here's Nathan.
It's the News Junkie. Sean, C-Lane, Sabrina, what is up? Love you guys. Happy Thursday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
So, late in life, this might sound crazy, but it's the truth. I learned to be a productive member of society.
Well, that's
pay
good.
Taxes, be a good father, be a good husband, be a good person. Had a rough childhood growing up, made some questionable decisions early on that put me in a rough place that I had my rights stripped away. And
but
today I'm 14 years clean and sober, good dad, good husband, homeowner, and business owner. So keep pushing. You can do anything.
Good for you. And this could be simple stuff, too. Some people I was asking earlier, I was like, it's never too late to learn stuff. It's never too late to learn simple things, like how to control your finances, how to save money, how to invest in stuff, how to balance your finances. That's just money-based stuff. It could also be things like there's a lot of people, a stunning, shocking, jaw-dropping amount of people who cannot swim. They're grown adults and they don't know how to swim. It can happen. You grow up in a city. You don't live in a neighborhood where a bunch of people have pools. You don't have a pool yourself. You're not going out on boats. You're in a landlocked state. All of a sudden, you're an adult. You don't know how to do it. It's never too late to do something like that. In fact, in that case, it could absolutely save your life, which is obviously important. One more. Here's Cool Hand Luke talking about the American Airlines flight that had bullet holes in it after coming back from Colombia.
Hey, Joe, because about the bullet holes to the aircraft, I was a contractor in Iraq and Afghanistan for about 10 years.
All right.
And there'd be plenty of times you would come back from a flight with bullet holes or shrapnel, in the airframe.
NBD.
And unless you're hitting, something vital like engine, transmission, or even like the cockpit area, somewhere visible, you're not going to know anything. So there'll be plenty of times there'll be, there'll be indentations, there'll be holes, even inside because we would fly with doors open. So I'd imagine on a 747, 737, anything bigger than that, you hardly would even notice.
So he's saying you would not even notice as a pilot, because the pilot apparently didn't notice that the plane had got shot, which is crazy to think. Like, your pilot wouldn't know that your plane got shot while you're driving around this American Airlines flight coming back from Medellin, Colombia. All right, thank you for that. Thank you for some of those. That one email was garbage, but the rest of them are going to be just gems. So send your feedback in right now, tips@thenewsjunkie.com, or record a dispatch on thenewsjunkie.com right now. Quick announcement, if you will, if you'll allow. I just want to say, for the record, I had nothing to do with this, despite some conversation that's taking place on social media right now. Saw a couple people sharing this around and blaming me. I want you to know I had nothing to do with this. My whereabouts and alibi are rock solid. But after being mentioned on the show the other day, and this has happened a disturbing amount of times, after being mentioned on the show the other day, the inventor of Jeffing has died.
Wow, you killed Jeffing.
We randomly mentioned this guy on the show the other day. Don't mention him once for all the time you've been listening to this show. One time we bring this dude up, Jeff Galloway, the inventor of Jeffing, where you can run and then walk and then run and then walk as a strategy to get through a marathon or to set some record times for yourself. He is dead at 80 years old, just a couple of days after being featured on this show. Nothing to do with that. I am not responsible. I shout him out for qualifying for the Olympic Games in the 10,000 meters in 1972. I shout him out for being an influential running author. I shout him out for having Jeffing, like jogging, running, Jeffing named after him. Shouts out to you, Jeff Galloway, but it wasn't me who did him in, unfortunately.
That's what happened with Bill Paxton.
It was just his body. His body did him.
Oh, wow.
And then dead, right? Yeah, but not related to the show. I don't want there to be
I don't
like
know,
a
because when that
Madden curse.
happened, you were screaming to Celine and myself that we had killed Bill Paxton. So you killed Jeff.
I don't think I killed this person.
Sean killed Jeff.
I mean,
Sean killed Jeff.
Some random world, if this guy was happening to listen to the station, like, oh, I don't get a lot of mentions. They're talking about Jeffing right now. And then he kicks it. But I don't think that happened. At least I don't for now. Let us know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. When we come back, much more to get into. We'll get geared up for the next episode. A big show on a Thursday. So hang with us. That's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
I'm really lucky that I have a comfortable relationship with my wife. Like, it's like, okay, yeah, let's get the wigs and shiny outfits out. And I feel totally comfortable wearing them.
Hello. Welcome behind the scenes. Bless your soul. Breaking news. Mom Donnie, the mayor of New York City, and Trump are going to hang today again. These guys are hanging and banging like they're buds. Mom Donnie and Trump are going to hang out again. They're going to pal around. Hang on, I got to get a package at the door. I've been instructed to do so. All right, back in action, friend. By the way, a couple of notes for you. Number one, secret shows tonight, 8 p.m. EST, live right here in the studio. You can watch on thenewsjunkie.com. Or you can watch on Discord. That's announcement number one. Tonight, secret shows, 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. EST. Number two, I talked about the ad-free stream and new alerts, including a secret shows live alert and a secret show live video stream while we're doing secret shows. I just saw that they have the update for me to examine. I have to go over and try everything and make sure it all works as it's supposed to. If it does and there are only minor fixes that I need, it should launch next week. So Secret Show subscribers will have an ad-free stream of the show away from these platforms that you might be on right now. So that's a benefit for you. No ads that will be interrupting if you're already a Secret Show subscriber. You'll also be able to watch in a beautiful, beautiful layout right on the newsjunkie.com when the show is live or when Secret Shows is live. So that's a great update on the way. Couple minutes and we're back live. Sorry, can't make 8 p.m. Can you move it to 10 p.m. for me? Sorry, I can't. I'm busy doing the thing. Sorry. Sorry. All right, we're going to get geared up. We've got a couple of things to get into, and then we'll get geared up for the next episode and roll on into the second half of the show. I expect a cartwheel on the next entrance. Buddy, if you put $1,000 on the line, I don't think I could do a cartwheel. And my theory on cartwheels is that there are few things, like, I think there's backflip levels of investment in going, I'm going to take my hand and throw it at the ground, spinning my head directly for dangerous territory in an effort to spin around my body. No, thank you. No, thank you. Sean, you could absolutely do a Creed Bratton cartwheel. That's about as close as I could get. Just try it yourself. Just the buy-in of actually like throwing your body at the ground is crazy. More like a fart wheel? Sure. 90 seconds and we're back live. Kurt says, but no chat? Well, you can't chat if you're watching on the website with the ad-free stream. And I don't know that I'll build in that feature, but you can always do a pop-out chat for one of the other platforms. Like on YouTube, you can pop out the chat, and then you can just chat elsewhere. So you could do it that way if you want. You could just have a little tab with the chat and then go to your ad-free stream. Tanya says, I could do all that when I was in high school. I'd break if I tried that shit now. So does Alicia. Both in agreement. Yeah. I mean, that's a big ask. All right, we're coming back. Here we go.
Call Mo. It's that easy.
Your kid goes to bed a size 8 and wakes up a size 10. That's not magic. That's expensive. Unless you shop at Academy Sports and Outdoors. They've got undefeatable prices on all the best brands in sports gear, like Nike, Easton, and Baseball Lifestyle 101. And on the off chance that you find a better price at a competitor, Academy will beat it by 5%. That's their best price guarantee, which kind of is magic. Academy. Fun can't lose.
Your entire sports feed all in one place with iHeartRadio. From the pursuit of gold. Golden goal. To the bracket busting in March.
You think you know what's going to happen, but it never goes as scripted.
From the first pitch in spring training.
Ohtani tees off.
To the dreams of the NFL draft.
With the first pick.
You're one tap away. Open the iHeart app and stream your local stations. Catch the latest on Fox Sports Radio or dive into the world's biggest sports podcasts. Search sports on iHeartRadio and lock in.
What's your case worth? Injury.com by Morgan & Morgan.
Radio 104.1.
Helping to spread awareness, or whatever the new buzz term is. Or not actually.
The world's most viral newsroom. Learn more about this show on the website. You can go over to thenewsjunkie.com. And in fact, if you miss any of the show, you can get the podcast over there, thenewsjunkie.com. I can't believe they're still talking about the U.S. men's hockey team. And they're trying to do anything they can. And when I say they, I mean the media. The media outlets are trying to do anything they can to make this some big divisive thing. But it turns out nobody really cares because some of the guys from the U.S. hockey team were out on the ice for an NHL game this week, and they got a big applause.
Nice.
Big applause out there.
USA chants.
Yeah, they got all the USA chants. The USA chants that they could possibly ask for. I think I've got some of this. Let's listen to a little bit here.
Sure, the United States' first men's hockey goal.
Who's this guy?
Medal since 1980. Davos fans.
That guy talk like that all the time?
Yeah, he does, man. Please have a coffee.
Whoa, buddy. Deep breath. Relax. Keep it calm. Everything's going to be fine.
Shaq.
Hughes. There he goes. He got big applause. They were chanting USA, USA over and over again. And nobody really actually cares about this stuff outside of a couple of people in Washington, D.C. They kept trying to get the women to dump in on this and be like, aren't you upset about this? Aren't you upset? Or do you feel disrespected? In fact, I think I even have one of the women's hockey players. And just for the record, I'll say it again. I said it a million times. I'll say it till I'm blue or red or whatever color in the face. I'll say it until I'm eating water and just dead. I think both of the U.S. teams are awesome, and they kicked ass. Gold medal winners. Huge ups to Team USA. I love them both, and it was really impressive what they did over there in Italy. I think they're both awesome. But they keep trying to make this like this divisive thing, and they asked this women's hockey player, like, isn't this a problem? And all they want to do is push past it. And in a way, I go, guys, what the hell, man? Why don't you ask the women's hockey players, instead of asking them stuff about the men's hockey situation and going to the White House, why don't you just ask them about how awesome it was that they won? Why are you asking them about this?
Hot headline. I was like, the Michael Jordan butt grab. Guy won the Daytona 500, and that's what
it got overshadowed.
Everyone else wanted to ask about.
It did. It got overshadowed, actually, by that. And this is kind of doing the same thing, and it's a shame.
We're just glad to be coming home with a gold medal again. I mean, we're focused on being successful as a group and going over there, taking care of business. And, I mean, it's not something we're focused on or really thinking about. We're moving forward. And, we did what we did there, and we're proud of our group. So.
And what happened is something we had no control over. And we take so much pride in what we did, and we love our group that we're not going to let anything take that from us.
Yeah, why would you? Why don't you start asking them questions about them, not somebody else? So many of these things trace back to the people asking the questions. The people asking the questions. The journalists, and some of them where they write stuff that you go, my God.
So is this based on that conversation with Trump and the men's hockey team?
Yes, this is them, the U.S. men's hockey team going to the White House and being at the State of the Union.
But wasn't there some sort of comment about the women's hockey team with that conversation Trump had?
Trump made a phone call to them in the locker room and said he was inviting them to the White House. And he said, I have to invite the women's team as well. And he just tossed that in during the phone call. I didn't really think it was that big of a deal. And it seems that the U.S. women's national team didn't really think it was that big of a deal either. I mean, some of them, I think, were like a little prickly about it, but mostly they just want to be asked about their win. And I don't blame them for that. It's a lame thing when you take something like this and you're like, hey, let's overshadow everything that you've done and make it all about this thing that we want to be a controversy. And they're constantly working this different ways. Somebody had posted a clip of back in 2012 where on MSNBC, they were mad at a hockey player who didn't want to go to the White House. They were mad at a hockey player who didn't. I actually have the clip. Let me see if we get anything from there.
It's time, as it always is, for What Now? Boston Bruins goalie Tim Thomas, RSVP, thanks, but no thanks to a White House invitation. What do we make of that? Tim Thomas points out that Tim Thomas said, I exercise my right as a free citizen and did not visit the White House. This was not about politics or party, as in my opinion, both parties are responsible for the situation we are in as a country.
I think this is kind of the hyper-partisanship that just irritates everybody. It's like,
this is MSNBC.
Just go to the White House. You don't have to run an ad or cut a commercial or anything. Just go to the White House, take part, celebrate, just like everybody else celebrates with Republicans or Democratic presidents.
Especially when you're getting honored. Obama made specific mention of him during his 6 minutes.
So obviously, this is something that they've completely turned on in the time since that. And now you can run all sorts of wild stuff, like in Canada, where they're just absolutely letting loose. This was one of the articles they had about the U.S. men's hockey team. And it says the State of the Union was a zoo and the Team USA people were monkeys, which is like
something you can only say about a hockey team.
All right. There was also, and I only saw a little bit about this, but there was also a story that some people were posting, and maybe we could find out the details on this, C-Lane. NHL, as far as I could tell, NHL made a post on X.com, and they showed a hockey player with his little kid about the same age as Jackson. They showed a hockey player with his little kid, and they took the post down because all of the comments were saying, oh, yeah, you proud that you visited the pedophile in the White House with a little kid like this? Does your little son know how you really feel about all these things? And they were just eating this person alive. A story of a father with a kid.
Dylan Strome was the guy.
And he's not even an American hockey player, as far as I know.
Strome. Mm-hmm. He's a Washington Capitals player.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the commenters. Yeah, you're right. He wasn't. He might be American, but he wasn't on Team USA. He wasn't in the Olympics. They're just linking him to the locker room controversy.
I had seen it. I might be wrong, but I had seen that he's Canadian, and he wasn't even on the Olympic team.
Yeah, he is Canadian.
So, and they just got it because it was a hockey player with their little son in a photograph, and the NHL took it down because all these people were going after this guy in the comments. It's like, this has made some of you people weird. Like, for real, like weird. A lot of this stuff just makes you people really, really weird, and you engage in really bad behavior. Shouts out to the people who got Olympics medals. Shouts out to the people, even if they didn't, who made it to that level and really were performing at an incredibly high level. I love it. I appreciate it. Go Team USA, all of you. And I think this kind of stuff is so dumb that we should just relegate the people posting stuff like this to the dustbin of the internet, please, forever and a day. Tell me what you think. Send it to Dispatch. Record yours over at thenewsjunkie.com, thenewsjunkie.com. And we'll get to some of those in just a moment, including, well, you know what? I can work in one or two of these. Oh, some of these I just don't want to play. Seychelles, that's a very TLDR dispatch about Samsung. So I'm gonna pass on that. I will go over to here's Shelby talking about what happened over in Cuba, because there was this whole situation where this Florida boat, it was a Florida registered boat, made it to the coast of Cuba, and then, according to the Cubans, opened fire on a Cuban Coast Guard ship. They returned fire and killed 4 of these people who were, as far as I can tell, Cubans living in the state of Florida. And then they arrested the rest of them, and there was like a plan, according to some of the reports, for these people to take over Cuba. Like, they just thought they were going to come with 10 people in a speedboat and take over the country. Here's Shelby Dom.
So my thoughts regarding this whole Cuban boat situation, well, I don't really know. To be honest, I don't really care. But I love a Cuban sandwich, and I love Sabrina, and I would love her to represent me for Fritz on the Street. Thanks.
Oh, I have bad news about that. There is no Fritz on the Street today.
Remind me next week.
Fritz on the Street is canceled. Fritz didn't get enough answers or something like that, and I guess we'll have to do that next week on the show instead. But you can continue asking if you want. It's just I'm not going to remember anybody who asked me. I'm not going to remember anybody who asked me at all. Okay, all these other emails can hold. I'm putting all of you on hold for right now. We'll get to some of them when we come back. Some of them are just not good enough for the show, but yours will be. I'm definitely confident of that. So send over an email, tips at thenewsjunkie.com. I wanted to share one thing with you real quick before we find out what's on the next episode. Did you guys see this unbelievable footage? There was these guys who were out on the snow slopes, as they call them, and one of their friends got caught in a little mini avalanche, and they happened to be recording, GoPros and all, and they captured themselves, I guess you could say, saving this guy's life. Here it is. They're skiing.
Is that Mickey Mouse?
That's deep.
Sounds like it. They find out their friend got...
Dub. All right.
Hold on. I knew he said it at the end, but I didn't know he said it right there, too. He doesn't say it from this part on, so...
Sure about that?
So I'm not 100% positive.
I heard
listened
it
to the clip.
twice.
Mm-hmm. I got both,
yeah.
I think.
It was fleeting, but we'll be extra careful here. It was fleeting, but we'll be extra careful here. Here's the guy digging through the snow. If he says another curse word, you're not going to hear him.
Hey, stop!
All right, they see him. They dive in and start trying to unbury him as fast as they can.
That's just his hand sticking out.
Just his hand and his skis are sticking out of the snow.
Wow.
I'll put this up on See It Now so you can see it. They're trying their best to unbury his face. Finally, they get his face clear.
Oh, you okay? You okay?
Oh, there he is. That's the guy said, "Yeah, I'm okay." And I guess you would die from that, right? Like you cannot breathe packed under the snow. You would suffocate. But they were able to save him. I'm gonna grab a screenshot of this and I'm gonna put it up on See It Now so you can see the whole thing, even with a couple exciting F-bombs that come right along with. Check that out over on thenewsjunkie.com in the See It Now section. And right now, let's find out what's coming up on the next episode.
I'll tell you so quickly, you're not going to believe this. My whole thing just crashed.
All right.
Can I get a copy of the Drop Slinger, please, when you get a chance?
Yes, working well.
Breaking Bad fans and Game of Thrones fans are at war, but anyone who knocks at Walter White's door will be greeted by a new owner. According to reports that are a little bit controversy bait, Spider-Man does whatever China wants. Plus, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominees are out, and cue the old man outrage for the ones that don't rock their roles. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hello. Welcome to the show. Well, behind the scenes, Skull Mic activated. A high number, just a little warning for you, a high number of dumb emails today. A high number of them. Holy cow, a lot of new emails came in. Hold on, stand by. iHeart is trolling your show? Email says iHeart is trolling your show. iHeart is pushing hard those terrible podcasts during breaks, and there's 2 commercials for a podcast called Things You Should Know that seems sus. One commercial is for an episode talking all facts about peacocks. That does feel targeted considering my battle with peacocks in my neighborhood, for those of you who are uninitiated. The second commercial is them breaking down the doomsday clock. Coincidence? I think not. Thank you for the email. Anonymous says, I don't want people thinking good things. It ruins my grift. So you talked about people learning new things as they aged. After years of emotional instability and zero emotional discipline, I was able to, after the birth of my kids, learn the emotional stability and discipline I didn't have at a younger age. Medication and therapy was not able to regulate me the way that raising my kids has. That's cool. Love the show. You're beautiful, says Anonymous. Wow. What a sweetie. What a sweetie sending that. Hang on, I'm missing some emails here. There was somebody who sent like a big screenshot of an AI response, and they said, you said we were crazy for thinking that Trump sexually assaulted women? And it was like an AI response about allegations against Trump. I have to spend an inordinate amount of time fighting back against people who hear things that aren't things that I said. I said specifically, if you think that Trump had sex with little kids, because of some of the rantings of lunatics that came out in the Epstein files. And some of the campaigns specifically meant to do exactly this. Like one guy in particular who paid a woman to pretend that Trump sexually attacked her. I'm saying if you believe these things, then you have a problem. It's a political problem. It's taken over your brain. I didn't say anything about sexual harassment of adults or improper this or that. I was speaking specifically, and it's actually about the Congressman Ted Lieu, who is willing to go to absolutely disgusting places, in my opinion. It's just absolutely fucking disgusting. And if we've gone to that mud-throwing level, we've lost some things. So I don't want to do that. But I do want to come back. So let's do that. A bunch of other very, very interesting emails amongst the bad ones. That's coming up in just a moment. Right now, let's do the next episode. Here we go!
What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank. Capital One N.A. Member FDIC.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real number one. Radio 1041. No one's really sure what all C-Lane's buttons actually do. This is the news.
And beyond, do join us on the show, and we'll get some more of your feedback. That's always welcome. Tips, TIPS, at thenewsjunkie.com. Lots of emails coming in today, like an inordinate amount of emails. And 75%, maybe I'll actually go to 80%. 80% of them are good. So let's keep those numbers up. There are some that are just god-awful bad. There's a couple of stragglers coming in here from the more, well, I don't know. Some of you seem ill. It's like one or two people. It's like the anonymous email I read earlier where there was not even a coherent thought in it.
I could just call somebody an a-hole?
Yeah, I didn't even know. I still don't know what that person was talking about. It was something about Tourette's and calling somebody an a-hole, and none of it came together. I know that you can put up better emails than that. So I challenge you, even that guy, even Tourette's guy, I challenge you right now to send a better one. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV. You can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Pretty cute so far. It's pretty cute so far.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don, thatmortgageguydawn.com. That's where you start the process. Process of what? Working with an awesome guy. Especially if you're refinancing that beautiful home you own. Maybe you're looking to buy your first dream home. Debt consolidation, reverse mortgages. You're going to start a business or expand the business you have. Just work with someone who's got your back. He's an expert, but a friend that you could also trust. So start that trusting whenever you're ready by going to thatmortgageguydawn.com.
Don't miss the book, compare your quote with thatmortgageguydawn.com.
Hey, not for nothing, but I just saw mortgage rates dipped below 6% for the first time in a very long time. So I know there's people who have kind of been champing at the bit to refinance. They're not all the way down to where they used to be in the glory days. But those rates are starting to drop pretty good, so you should think about that.
Yeah.
Don't forget about that mortgage guy, Don. Excuse me.
Even if you're curious, he's going to tell you when and how and everything else as far as acting on things. I don't know if you remember. I thought it was much longer ago, but it was just 8 years ago, 2018, that this lady right here,
Barbra Streisand.
Oh yeah. And on this day in 2018, she revealed what?
Oh, I don't know.
He's gay?
No.
Okay.
I don't think she is gay.
Well, if so, big news today.
Yes.
Isn't she a gay hero, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's also a hero of clone dogs because it was on this day that she revealed that she had her dog cloned. Twice, baby. Must be nice to be rich. And there you
And
have
how
it.
did that work out for Ms. Streisand?
Great
Same dog?
question. Same dog, twice, cloned. I imagine still alive, or do clone dogs have a smaller lifespan?
I think they're supposed to be the same in a lot of ways.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
Happy birthday, clone dogs. And happy nomination to those that were nominated in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The results are in, kind of. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame announced their nominees for the 2026 class. There are 17, and 10 of them first-timers.
Ja Rule?
What's his mother effing name?
There's always one that I'm like, wow, all right.
I don't
that
see
seems
Ja on
strange.
here. I do not see Ja.
They get a DMX in there? DMX?
DMX. Ceiling, that was really good, and I appreciate
No,
it.
it hurt him. I could tell that doing that hurt him.
A little bit.
That's probably what Barbara Streisand's gay dogs sound like. Now, in order to be eligible, artists must have released their first commercial recording at least 25 years ago. So you ready to feel old as well?
Yeah, there was a couple on these lists that I was like, oh, really?
And now, Mark, which of these nominees are going to have some old man rock and roll panties in a bunch? We have, ladies, gentlemen, gender nonconforming. Barbara Streisand. The Black Crowes are nominated.
That's a good one.
Okay, yeah.
Jeff Buckley, hallelujah.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right, yeah, he's good, yeah.
He's dead, right?
Yes.
Bad swimmer. Bad
Not
swimmer.
a good swimmer.
Oh, he drowned.
Yeah, he ate water.
Mariah Carey is going to be maybe in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Does everyone get in, or is it a thing
No,
like,
they're nominated,
Just
and then
nominated.
the panel votes,
What a tease. Why nominate him?
and then the people vote, but that only counts as one panel.
Yeah, there can be 1 million people voting,
Right.
and it's just one vote.
Yes.
This guy, very exciting for him, at least because I'm part of the fandom.
Phil Collins? Phil Collins.
Phil
yeah.
Collins is right. Philly boy. Melissa Etheridge, I guess technically I'm a fan too because of our shared love of ladies. Lauryn Hill, also fan because we both love being late. Billy Idol, In Excess, Iron Maiden, Joy Division / New Order, New Edition, Oasis, Pink. Oh my God, it's been that long already?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like Get the Party Started is 25 years old?
No, not that song, but her first album.
No, that wasn't Misunderstood. That was where she was kind of like
Pink.
R&B Pink with a very short pink hair.
I'm probably totally wrong about this, but I think the misunderstood one was where it was like, just so you know, she's got a little bit of an edge to her.
Yeah,
Misunderstood with a Z.
Say that again, please.
Misunderstood. It's MISSUNDAZTOOD.
Understood.
Was the second studio release. Can't Take Me Home was in 2000.
Great
So
song.
yeah, Can't Take Me Home was the debut album.
Shakira.
That was the one that I kind of thought, wow, it's been 25 years of Shakira.
And those hips not lying.
But did Shakira cross over 25 years ago, or did she have like some like Spanish language only albums that were released that didn't really hit in the U.S. but qualifies her for the 25-year rule?
I don't know, C-Lane. I feel like it would be the big hit that puts her as a contender.
No, it's just your first album. You can have a bunch of crap albums, a couple years ago. All right. Well.
Why don't they just call this the Music Hall of Fame at this point? Because Shakira is like 1,000% not rock and roll. We all know that, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Why not just call it the Music Hall of Fame and then everybody's good?
Luther Vandross is also going to be a nominee.
Okay.
After that Grammy he got.
Wu-Tang Clan, and I'm a huge fan of Sade, and she will also be nominated.
Me too. I think she's super talented.
Just
but
go on tour, please. It's
not
been so
rock and
long.
roll.
The fan vote currently underway. Fans can vote for their 7 favorites once a day. Official inductees will be announced in April. The ceremony sometime in the fall.
Damn, Shakira's first studio album was in 1991.
What?
I really think
was one.
they could fix all of this by just literally calling it not just the Music Hall of Fame, but it's better to have because I've been to the Country Music Hall of Fame in Nashville, and I found that the biggest problem was it was the Country Music Hall of Fame, and I don't really care about country music that much. And if it was just like one place, all of the musics, all of the types of music,
genre. It's a funny little thing. Sean.
That I think that's better. I think you get one place, and everybody from around the world goes, "I want to go to the Music Hall of Fame." That's the spot. I think you fix this easily.
Let's maybe can you add comments to your vote by any chance?
Probably not. They're just
time to change.
Yeah, send a fax or something.
Shakira was 14 when her first album was.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
But like I said, it was all Spanish language until a little bit later when she crossed over.
Well, no more Spanish. Team USA. Congratulations to all the gold medalists. Hockey coming into the conversation again today. And I am surprised we are just now hearing from him, considering the last Olympics and his full-blown involvement. But finally, this fella has put his name into
Flava Flav.
That is right, boy. And Flava Flav has expanded his offer to host the women's gold medal hockey team for a celebration in Vegas, baby.
All right, so is this like you don't want to visit Trump, so come visit Flava Flav?
Well, remember there was a scheduling issue also.
Real quick question. When I look at the Team USA medals, because I was trying to figure out how many gold medals we brought home, it only says 12.
Oh.
It only says 12. That's obviously not, that's counting the hockey teams as just one, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that it makes it seem lower than the amount of people bringing home gold is higher than it would seem at 12, but still impressive.
Flava Flav is extending the invite to all female U.S. Olympic and Paralympic medalists. In social media, he said he wanted to go bigger and better by inviting these athletes alongside the U.S. bobsled and skeleton team. Real quick question. What's that? What's the skeleton team?
There's different types of bobsledding.
It's when you have a smaller crew.
Skeleton is one of the types of bobsledding. That's all I know.
Oh, okay. Are
That's
they
all I
like
know.
tinier, like jockey size or something?
I don't. I'll find out what's going on with it.
I want to bring all the United States female Olympians and Paralympians who won medals. I got you guys covered. We're going to throw a big party for one night. We got to build up everybody, and that's what this is all about. I want to see everybody bring your body to the party.
Dig it.
Oh, skeleton is just one person on the sled.
Yeah, and the
That's
sled
terrifying.
is the sled is not much.
Yeah.
The
There's
sled
no
doesn't
cover or anything.
No, it's just like a flat piece of material and then a little like metal handle on top.
And it looks like, contrary to what we were all told as elementary schoolers, they are going down this thing head first.
That's crazy. Man.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it. Also, congratulations. I think I brought this up either last week or the week prior, that the house that was made famous by this TV show right here.
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad is right. The last time we talked about it, C-Lane, I had said the listing had changed a little bit for the 4-bedroom property. How much was the listing price as of 2 weeks ago?
You said it gone down a lot, I think.
Yes. It was originally up for $4 million in January of 2025. And then a couple weeks ago, I said they dropped that number down to $400,000.
That seems so low.
Yeah.
So low. So tell me why Aiden Ross spent $1.3 million on the Breaking Bad house. Because he's the new owner.
Bidding war?
Congratulations to, they're calling him controversial. I don't know Aiden very well. He's a controversial guy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Plenty of money and obviously not a great real estate agent because he spent $1.3 million on Walter White's house officially. Ross reportedly won out of 20 legitimate offers for the home. While announcing he won the bid earlier this month, the live streamer wrote on social media he would do everything in his power to make his new house a one-to-one replica of just how you see it in the show, bitch. On the boob tube, we've got Georgie and Maddie's first marriage on CBS. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Also on CBS, Ghosts, Matlock, and Elsbeth. You can catch episode 8 of Star Trek Starfleet Academy on Paramount+, 4th season finale of Bridgerton, series premiere of The Grey House on Amazon, and Sterling K. Brown, sexy, sexy man. It's going to be on Kimmel. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram, @SabrinaAmbra. Most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. You know what I
am
learned?
so removed from ghosts. Like we
I don't remember
loved
Ghosts.
we loved the first season.
Who are you gonna call?
And
Okay. I thought you were just speaking generally.
yeah, no. That too. Yeah, I have a
Separate
lot
yourself.
of living to do.
Is this like the new Ghostbusters theme song? I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Separated from ghosts.
No, the Ghosts on CBS, which was in the rundown there. We loved the first season. We thought it was really funny. It was really good. And I think we just got distracted by a bunch of other things, and nothing has pulled me back to Ghosts.
What about Paradise?
Oh yeah.
We only had 3 episodes to watch. We watched one night and blew through the other 2 the next night. And I
haven't watched the third yet.
In the interim, because I've been at such a deficit of Paradise, I've watched this week alone the whole first season again.
I should have done
Listen
that.
to this guy.
It's going to be an interesting season. But then reports came out that it's going to end at season 3.
Hate that
Yeah.
because the first season was only 8 episodes, and I bet this season will be the same.
Sometimes they do that, and the weird thing is, juxtapose that what they're doing with the Paradise show with Severance, which they just announced that Apple has purchased everything to do with Severance, the television show, and then they said Apple
It was already on Apple. What more was there to buy?
The company bought the rights. You might be able to sort this out and see what it actually was, but it says they bought the IP and everything. They're not just Apple now owns it. And they greenlit a 4th season and a 5th season.
Yes.
So like they said immediately, we're going to do even more.
Full intellectual property rights to Severance from 5th season, which was the name of the production studio. So don't
They
get
got
that
paid.
confused.
Yeah.
And they've spent just under $70 million, which
Didn't they pay more just to do the last season?
It costs a lot to make that show for some reason. And so there's a lot of money going around. You got Ben Stiller back there. He's probably making some money.
Well, there was a lot more scenery in the second season than just being stuck in an office all the time. There was a lot more probably
Snow?
on location filming, tons of snow. Just a lot more location.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll break down more TV shows like this and let you know everything that's going on. I want to tell you, they finally have released the information. I didn't think we were going to get to know this. This is an update that I didn't think I could bring to you. An update on a big mystery that we've been talking about on the show that's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Crews working on an accident. Pleasant Hill Road northbound between South Point Siena Boulevard and Bellagio Drive are closed due to an accident there. Stop and go traffic. I-4 eastbound between Osceola Polk Line Road and World Drive. Also a slow ride. I-4 eastbound between 192 and 535. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip.
Hello. Did you know that can save a baby's life? It's true. You can make a difference by helping us spread the pro-life message to reach those who are struggling with an
How are you?
Please make a gift today. Visit prolifeacrossamerica.org.
Good to see you. Maybe Captain Marvel will make an appearance in the next season of Severance? Maybe. No, is there fresh Captain Marvel controversy? The only thing I keep seeing is the new woke Star Trek that they keep showing clips of, and if the clips are any representation of that show, it looks mighty terrible. It might be great, and maybe they're not getting clipped in a fair way. So maybe like the whole episode is great, and then like this is cringe, one little slice of the pie. But the little slice of the pie, the scenes I keep seeing are so bad. Corny. Stream is running good so far? All right. You know, the good news, bad news is, if something breaks now, as I told you earlier, I know the 2 possible things that are wrong. But if nothing breaks moving forward, I have no idea which of the 20 or so things I did yesterday fixed it. Welcome to my life. How you doing? there is too much content out there to force myself to watch Severance. It's okay. I mean, it's not my favorite show, but it's okay. Like, if I watch a show at the end, I ask myself, did I have a good time? I had a good time. Some people are a little different about how they digest these things. They need to make a woke Planet of the Apes? I don't know if that's going to pan out. That would be expensive. And I don't know if that'll make them any money at the box office. God bless. I personally am waiting for a woke Fast and the Furious where they all have pronouns, septum piercings, and all the stars are now like completely off the reservation politically. That's what I would like. I never got into Severance. Sean, do you think Daniel Radcliffe is attractive? You know, I'm not into guys, so I don't know if I'm the best judge of this. But, like, some guys I can look at and tell you, for instance, who's the dude who's in Hail Mary? Ryan, he's in the Hail Mary movie that's coming out. Ryan, come on, chat. Ryan Gosling. Ryan Gosling is undeniably like a good-looking dude. He would not be left in a room alone with Courtney, with me on planet Earth. He's a good-looking guy. You know, I could see these guys and say they're good-looking guys. Daniel Radcliffe, he doesn't strike me as one of those guys, but I don't know. Pretty successful dude. Talented guy, right? Is he like a heartthrob somewhere? All I know is somebody was telling me the other day at the bar, and they were like, you got to see this movie. Daniel Radcliffe is in it, and he farts. He farts on the beach. Then he finds out he can fart and like propel himself through the water like a boat. I said, you're not exactly selling me on this movie right now, but I'll write it down. I'll take notes. I'll write it down. Here we go.
Now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TODAY to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TODAY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TODAY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
For all your plumbing needs, go to modernpi.com.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. The most viral newsroom on the planet is still humming along. This is the
Big update to a story, a mystery that we've been trying to sort out. And I didn't think we'd ever learn the answer to this, but we have an update on a mystery we've been following in just a moment on the show. I have to tell you, nothing makes me feel more uncomfortable than the new imaging on our home station here, where I feel like I'm playing double dutch when we're coming back from break.
It's exciting.
Are we back? Are we not? We used to have these little things that went real, radio, and go, oh, okay, cool. And then you play the rejoin audio.
Yeah, they're in a different spot, but they also have a lot more layers to it and very exciting.
They're exciting now, but I sit there and I go, what, should I fire the rejoin? Do I hit play? I'm very uncomfortable.
But you're paying attention.
It's keeping me on my toes. 100%, Sabrina. Yeah, it's keeping me on my toes over here. All right, here's the update on this story that has it's kept my interest for at least a little while, but I thought we'd never get any news on this. The thing that happened was these astronauts, they went up to space as they do, and there was a group
kind of their job.
There was 4 of them, C-Lane, and Crew 11 was the name of this group. They went up into the International Space Station, and then all of a sudden, they were sent back. And it was like, oh, there's an emergency. There's some sort of a medical emergency with these people. And here's the story that we got when this happened. An ailing astronaut returned to Earth with 3 others on Thursday, ending their space mission more than a month early. So they had to come back a month early, and they wouldn't say which of the astronauts it was. They wouldn't say what was going on. They didn't say anything. And it was like, wait, what was the space mystery illness that this person had? And I guess we'll just never learn this. Well, we did.
Ooh.
Now they've revealed who it was. NASA's mystery patient from last month's sudden International Space Station return has stepped forward. He said, it was me. I was the sick one. Mike Fink is my name, and it was me, he has said. The veteran astronaut confirmed this week that he was the crew member who suffered from a medical event that prompted NASA to end this all early. Fink didn't disclose details of his condition, but he said that he needed immediate attention from his crewmates and support from NASA flight surgeons.
You think it's something embarrassing?
Quickly stabilized. There was something that they had to do, like the idea that they needed help, Sabrina, from NASA flight surgeons. I mean, that means that there was something going on in this guy's body that they had to work on for at least a little while. They decided the safest move was to return home and use advanced medical imaging not available in the space station. And they have basic medical gear up there, but it triggered a domino effect, and lots of stuff happened as a result. Finke, a retired Air Force colonel, has been an astronaut since 1996, has been in space for 549 days. Damn, you are a braver man than I. But he was the one. Now we know. He was the one who was sick and stayed in the hospital overnight when he came back.
So when you say that you're a retired Air Force, you said colonel, right?
Colonel, yeah.
He was a retired Air Force colonel. So he had a career in the Air Force and then became an astronaut?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Like enough to call yourself retired?
Yeah.
I've seen some people throw that word around that. I'm like, did you retire or did you just get a different job and quit this job?
Look, this guy's impressive. You're an astronaut. That's impressive just on its own. Just like I said, I'm impressed with the gold medal winners and everybody who won gold coming back from the Olympics. Shouts out, let's go America. I'm also impressed with all the astronauts because I know it's not like it used to be. They used to be taking ads out in the newspaper and they'd say, help wanted. We want somebody to go to space.
Yeah.
They didn't have enough people.
But
send somebody up
there.
there.
A lot of the early ones were like fighter pilots that were good old boys and like to push the limitations of their aircraft and, try to fly it higher and higher. And then, going into space was just like the next kind of logical step.
There were some brave men and women that have put themselves on the line, many of them losing their lives to further humanity's quest into space. Finke, if I'm saying your name wrong, I apologize, Fink. Mike Fink. I think you were one of them. I'm sorry that you weren't feeling well. I'm glad you're back. Now just tell us what it was, okay? What was the medical thing? I know I have no right to know at all.
But I want to know.
But I still appreciate it.
This half update, I don't like that. Just Mike Fink comes out and says, it was me, not going to tell you what I have.
I want to know more.
I would have rather have not had the update.
Oh, I would like to know that we at least narrowed it down to who it was, because there was a lot of people online like, maybe one of those ladies had their period in space.
No, they send them with 100 tampons, so it's fine.
Yeah, and if anything, they have far too many
100 tons of tampons.
No, we use 100 every single round, every month.
But I put this person, I put all of them in the same class of characters. Very, very impressive astronauts. Mike Fink, I salute you. You're an astronaut along the lines of Miss Katy Perry. We really, truly.
Whoa, Deb, he's much more of an astronaut than Katy Perry.
How do you feel, Katie? How do you feel you're an astronaut now? You're an astronaut, Gail King, whoever else went up there. They all did it. Congratulations,
Was it a butt
everybody.
thing, Mike?
Maybe it could. It feels like it might have been something uncomfortable. Yeah. Because if it was something,
goes through that. Come on.
If you had a heart attack, I think Mike would have come forward and been like, "Hey, I just want you guys to know I had a heart attack in space.
First
Still
space
alive.
heart attack.
Yep. Heart attack in space. Can't take me down, baby. Still alive and kicking it. And I'm the first space heart attack person.
First descended colon in space.
Nobody wants that.
Not much of a ring to that.
First space goatsy? No. Nobody's going to... people aren't going to take interest in the first space goatsy. That's not great.
The other astronauts would.
Get it? Ass.
All right, let's see. We got some dispatches and emails to rip wide open here in just a moment. Send them in before I get to them, and you could be right on the show, tips@thenewsjunkie.com, or record a dispatch on the website, thenewsjunkie.com. One thing I saw, looking at a lot of discussion around the Winter Olympics, around some things that happened this week. I saw a story, one of them, that I can relate to this. I can't relate to the story, but I can relate it to me telling you this right now, where there were these guys going to hang out, and they were on the ski lift, and one of them almost fell off. Did you guys see this at all? Like one of the people almost fell off the ski lift. Let me see if I can bring up a video. It was in Big Bear, and their friend was like dangling, and they were trying to hang on to him as best as they could. Big Bear ski. Let me see if I can bring this up so I can illustrate it for everybody. Oh, here it is. Okay. This is a nightmare, man. So their friend is on the ski lift, and he slides off, and they're trying to hold on to him.
Video into our newsroom shows a skier.
You can see him
hanging off a ski lift with two people holding her by her arm.
They're holding her. It's a her.
Yesterday. So far, it's been viewed by more than 8 million people. It appears.
And she's just high enough at some of these parts that I'm seeing where if she fell, it would be pretty bad. She'd probably break a leg at the very least.
The skier made it to the unloading area unscathed.
And then has to go back down?
Yeah. I guess you have to go back down.
No.
Pizza the whole way.
She could get down.
She ended up being okay, but she was falling off of the ski lift, which, just so you guys know, they're like these baskets and then go up the side of the ski slopes. And
we've all seen Dumb and Dumber, Sean. They know what a ski lift is.
But do you know what I learned the most from this? I saw people discussing this. I think we might all be in the same boat here. I've never been skiing in my entire life.
Not snow.
Yeah, I've never been snow skiing, not once in my life. But I saw a big conversation surface as a result of this, and they said, do you know how expensive it is to ride these ski lifts?
No.
And I said, well, obviously, no. I've never heard of this before. And people complain about their power bill and all these other things. The skiers are complaining about their ski lift bills. When you go to one of these places, you have to pay to go on the ski lift for the day. This rudimentary lift that brings you up so you can do the pizzas and the French fries.
Are you paying one fee to use it for the whole day, or is this like a one-time ride?
They have day passes, and I think they have longer ones, too.
You can do a weekend pass.
From what I heard, the day passes are like $300.
Oh, come on.
It's expensive. And then
at some places.
If you don't bring your own gear, you have to rent, and that's pretty pricey as well.
That's expensive. $300 just to ride it up. And then if you're, like you said, if you're renting your ski gear, I don't know how much it costs to rent the gear for the weekend.
And it is just to ride it up, but you're also just utilizing the mountain and the...
Yeah, but for a day, that's more than Disney World.
No.
$300 for a person is more than Disney World costs. A ticket into the actual venue itself.
Without annual pass?
No, just one day, one park is like $200 and some change. Now, they're not all this expensive. I don't want to be putting that out there. I guess they start, some of them are cheaper, and there's some around $100 or so, but some of them are as expensive as $300 just to ride the damn ski lift for the day, which is kind of crazy to think about. But there you go. All right, let's get into some of these emails coming in, tips@thenewsjunkie.com.
You can go skiing in a urinal for much less.
You're not supposed to, though. Tony emails the show, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. And he said, when you said you had an update on an old story, I cannot be the only person who had a sliver of hope it was going to be an update about Dick Tips and the missing body.
Wow.
Did we ever get any resolution to that story? Love the show, says Tony. For those of you who are the uninitiated, Dick Tips was this guy who I think owned a funeral home.
Yeah. Which, weirdly enough, his name is Robert, but he goes by Dick. Usually you see that from a Richard.
Yeah. Yeah. And this guy was in the news because they lost somebody's body at the funeral home where he worked. And we were tracking this for a while. And this is funny. I tried to ask ChatGPT if there was an update. I said, Dick Tips, did they ever find the body? And it says, there's no verified missing person or criminal case involving somebody legitimately named Dick Tips. If you're referencing the viral prank name that's been used in fake calls and internet jokes, similar to Mike Hunt style gags, there isn't any real missing body case connected to it. If you met a different person or a specific case, give me more detail. I don't know that I've heard anything on that case, but there was a body that went missing, and they thought it was this guy who was like a stalker and kind of obsessed. And that's about all I remember of that. I don't remember.
Was a while back.
It says the body of Julie Mott has never been found, according to news articles. Mott died at age 25 of complications related to cystic fibrosis. That was in August of 2015.
And her body's been missing since?
Her remains were stolen from the Mission Park Funeral Chapel, run by Mr. Dick Tips, in San Antonio, Texas, sometime between the end of her memorial service and the facility's opening the next morning.
And how's business been for them since?
It doesn't say. A jury awarded Mott's family $8 million in a civil lawsuit against the funeral home for negligence.
Wow.
The trial revealed lax security, including a 20-year-old alarm code known by nearly 24 people.
Yeah, so they lost the body, and then afterwards there was an effort to locate this person. They never found it. That's the update you can get from us now. But you can always request updates on stories like that. People do that all the time. People will ask me, hey, man, what happened to that guy who said he was a human-alien hybrid who had all the guns and the huge arsenal? And stories that have caught people's attention over the years. If you have something you want an update on, hit me up. I'll do my best to find out what the resolution is, if we got any. Tips, T-I-P-S, at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, quick break. When we come back, we'll get into some updates out of Mexico. And the first time that there has been punishment for insider trading on prediction markets.
Ooh.
I knew this was going to happen eventually. People would say, well, what if the football players know what color the Gatorade is going to be that could be poured on the coach? Can't they cheat? That's not how they got him. It wasn't in the sports world. But somebody has been hit with accusations and punished for insider trading on one of these prediction markets. What did they try to predict? How did they make money? Who was it? All of that coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show. Loudmouths, zero filters, and one very confused FCC agent. The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Accident blocking the right lane.
Hello.
I-4 eastbound on-ramp.
Walk behind the scenes, walk behind the scenes.
See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line. 6.
A lot of interest in the Cuba story.
477.
Not any really big breakthrough bombshell updates just yet. We did learn the names of some of the guys who were going over there. The brother of one of the guys on the boat that was shot and killed by the Cuban Coast Guard says that his brother became obsessed with going to Cuba and taking over and freeing the Cuban people. No such luck, though. Rip him.
Even more favorable. Want to find out how it works? That mortgage guy Don will get you some numbers and explain the details. And then you
Is there a country that you think you could legitimately take over besides Canada with 10 people? Chat. Is there a country, chat, that you think you could legitimately take over with 10 people? That's what they used to do back in the day. You know, they'd have like guns And the natives in some South American country had never seen a gun before, and they're like, it only takes 10 of us. We take down the entire country. But you can't do that anymore. Cuba, no such luck. They did not do well. That didn't work. Tobago, not Trinidad though. Portland's not a country, and you know it. It is not a country. And Canada barely is too. I'm surprised the Cuban Coast Guard has guns. Yeah, man, I think, Cuba has a military presence on the island for sure. Or off it. A couple of minutes and we're back live, everybody. Constantinople, you know it's not called that anymore. Wassonia, you know it's never been called that. Djibouti? Djibouti got more soldiers than you think. You couldn't take it over with 10 people. I've only been to one place in my lifetime that I think you could take over with 10 people. And that would be Grand Turk in the Turks and Caicos. I think you could take it over with 10 people. Not a lot of ground to cover. Guam? Maybe. We already have it though. Vatican City? Good luck to you. Good luck trying that. France? Probably. I mean, technically, the French population seems to put up with a lot of craziness. But if it came down to it, they do have some weapons. Some of them. They'll just let you take Paris because they're too scared to be called racist. Greece? Nah. You ain't beating the Greeks, pal. What, are you out of your mind? You think you're going to take over Greece? Not a shot. Vatican City, are you crazy? They have a personal military? Yeah. I think they're just trying to pick the smallest location that they can. I mean, one thing that does sway my opinion on this is we did just take the president and his wife of Venezuela in the middle of the night with our discombobulator. Paris, Texas, that doesn't count. We could conquer that Sentinel Island with a few guns? Bullshit. Those people are tough. The Sentinelese people, you better bring more than a couple of guns and 10 people. The Sentinelese people don't play games, and they will rip your face right off your body. Don't buy into that noble savage nonsense. These people are like, 18th century tribes. They don't care. Oh, speaking of that, guys, hey. True story. Here's how my morning went. True story. Saw the most shocking, most brutal video I have ever seen in my life this morning. Saw the most shocking, most brutal video I have ever seen in my life this morning. I still haven't shaken it off, but you might see that. There's a video of a very disturbed young man making the rounds on the internet. We'll see how online some of you are. Anybody see it? Anybody know what I'm talking about? A video of a younger guy who filmed himself in the most vile, brutal video I've seen in maybe my whole life. Somebody must have seen it besides me. I seen it? All right, what was it? Worse than the sexual decapitation? Well, I need something to lay in bed thinking about while trying to sleep. This wasn't me watching any kind of adult content, okay? But my God. Whoa. Bootsy says, I'm on the Courtney side of the internet. Stay there. You're better off. I saw it was on Instagram this morning. I don't think it was. All I'm going to say is he licks the axe. He licks the axe. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. New shock video dropped. Stay away. Don't click. Don't do it. It'll ruin your day. All right, here we go.
This is Special Agent Regal, Special Agent Bradley Hall.
In 2018, the FBI took down a ring of spies working for China's Ministry of State Security.
The Sixth Bureau podcast is a story of the inner workings of the MSS and how one man's ambition and mistakes opened its vault of secrets.
Listen to The Sixth Bureau from Bloomberg Podcasts on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart.
Follow the Sixth Bureau and start listening on the free iHeart Radio app today.
What's your case worth? Injury.com by Morgan & Morgan. Three best friends diving into the deep end of internet culture. This is
Hang out with us, the three best friends you never knew you had, going through the most viral stories of the day. Learn more about the show and even join it by going over to the website, thenewsjunkie.com. We'll get into the first person who got in trouble for insider trading on a prediction market. And these are where you can like bet on things happening. And we've talked about on the show how, well, don't some of the football players know the color of the Gatorade when you're going to dump it on somebody? Isn't it possible that they would know and they could cheat and it would be insider trading? And this is one of those things that everybody's on board with. On a week where we did the State of the Union and only like one or two things made both sides of the political aisle stand up together, only like one or two things made everybody stand up and clap, together. And one of them was that they didn't want insider trading for elected officials in Congress, which, yeah, of course. I don't even think they should be trading stocks at all. I don't think they should be while they're in office. Maybe it'll encourage them to get out of office a little quicker and vacate some of those seats to some people who are a little younger than them. I don't think they should be trading stocks at all. But maybe I'm standing up alone on that one. However, they all got together and they said insider trading equals bad. We all stand up. We all applaud for this.
Yay!
So,
Yay.
We all do the same, I guess, hopefully, for these prediction markets. And Kalshi is the one in this case where for the first time ever, they accused somebody of insider trading. They said, you knew private insider information about the thing that you were betting on. And it traces back, of all people, to Mr. Beast.
Oh.
Arguably the most famous man in the world, certainly one of the top three most famous people on planet Earth. Trump up there with whoever else is in the top three. But Mr. Beast is somebody who, even though you might not know this, and some of you go, I don't watch YouTube, I've never seen a Mr. Beast video. If you go around the world, there are very few places you can go where he's like Michael Jackson in his prime. There are so few places you can go where they don't know who the hell Mr. Beast is. Little kids will be in anywhere from Rwanda to Greenland and Antarctica, and they'll go, hey, we know who Mr. Beast is. Yeah. And they show up every single time. In this case, an editor who works for YouTube's biggest creator, Mr. Beast, has been suspended from the prediction market platform Kalshi and reported to federal regulators for insider trading.
Wow.
It's the first time the company has said anything like this. His name is Artem Kaptur. That's the employee of Mr. Beast, Artem, last name Kaptur. He traded around $4,000 on markets related to Mr. Beast whilst he was working for Mr. Beast. And Kalshi said, we discovered that he had near perfect trading success when he was betting about Mr. Beast. This account, like, well, hang on.
You got to lose a little, man.
Oh, that's right. You got to fail a little bit in there so it looks a little more legit. But he was placing bets about Mr. Beast, what he would say in his next video, the number of subscribers.
And he thought he wouldn't get caught.
Yeah, when will he get married, whatever you could bet on the website. One of the people betting had a perfect record, and they started investigating, and they found out, oh, this guy's an editor for Mr. Beast.
So Kalshi says in the past year, they've opened 200 investigations and frozen a number of flagged accounts. Of those investigations, over a dozen have become active cases. We've received questions from customers about how we identify violation and enforce our rules. So they released information about 2 insider trading cases we've recently closed.
Okay, one the Mr. Beast guy. What's the other one?
The other one concerns a candidate who traded about $200 on his own candidacy for governor of California.
Really?
And then posted about it on social media, a violation of several Kalshi rules.
Oh, it must be somebody small, because why is it only $200?
Yeah, punishment was a 5-year ban and financial penalty. The financial penalty was 10 times the initial trade size. The candidate recently announced he's no longer running for governor, is now instead running for Congress. The second one was an insider who traded $4,000 on YouTube streaming markets, a violation of the insider trading rules. His punishment was 2-year suspension and financial penalty 5 times the initial trade size.
That's it? I mean, these are like tiny little penalties for, you're doing the same thing as if Martha Stewart was guilty of something that sent her to prison. How is this any different? You are operating with insider information that gives you an unfair advantage in the financial market.
I thought the whole thing with Kalshi, though, was like you're buying shares of something.
That's how they get away with it. They make it so it's more like
trading than
like
gambling.
Yeah, more like a stock than gambling, even though you can make an argument stocks are just like loot boxes and all this stuff. It's all kind of the same thing. Round and round we go, over and over and over. I was just telling the folks on the stream, it's never more clear to me than on days like this morning that there is a Courtney side of the internet, my lovely partner.
Subscribe.
And her side of the internet, and then there's Sean's side of the internet.
Dark.
And my side of the internet
filthy.
I told them, and I'm only going to give out some very sparse details about this. I told them I saw a video this morning, a new video. It's a new, like, shocking video that's making the rounds. I saw a new video this morning that nobody should watch. Nobody. You'll hear the story about the person getting arrested probably in the next couple of days. That would be my guess, because they posted the footage of them doing this online, and quite obviously, they will be captured, and all the rest will play out. But I saw this video and I was like, what's this? And I didn't know where I was going on the Sean side of the internet for far too long. And then I had just watched the video and sat there with my jaw on the floor. And I look over and Courtney's just, she's on DoorDash or.
This is why you need that
sweet videos.
That phone that has the privacy screen.
Oh God, I wouldn't watch this even with that.
Courtney looks over and you've got that thing on.
Oh my God. It was it was one of the worst ones I've ever seen, and I've seen so many of these shock videos. Just kind of being in that world, there's like a shock video. It was a very, very disturbed man. I think he was probably teenage, early 20s, and he was with his grandmother and grandfather in the video.
Are they alive?
No, they are definitely very much 100% without a shadow of a doubt, definitely no longer with us.
And that popped up on what for you?
Look, I'm in places. I'm on Sean's side of the internet.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Is grandma and grandpa intact?
No.
What the hell?
No, the clip
talking 2 pieces each, multiple pieces each.
The part, you weirdo. Why do you want to know this? You're an absolute.
I'm trying to get to the nuts and bolts.
Send them the link
of the video.
I hit it out of curiosity, and I'm telling you not to look at it. And all I'm telling you on the Sean side of the internet,
that, Sean.
Go to your favorites and forward it to me.
On the
Oh my God, it totally is on his favorites.
No, it's not on my favorites, but I could definitely show you the video. I don't know that anybody should want to see the video. You don't.
He's a big boy.
No.
He can make the decision.
No. I mean, like, I'll tell you this. So when it pops up, you guys know what I'm talking about because it probably will at some point in time. There is a moment where this very disturbed individual who has a small axe in their hands looks at the camera and just starts licking the axe. And I was like, that, Sean Internet, that's enough of you. That's enough of you this morning. I
Just
think
get my
I will.
tissues and my moisturizer.
No tissues, no moisturizer. I didn't get good grades. I don't have the moisturizer that little kid in the winter storm had on that classic clip we played this week. But it was the Sean side of the internet. I would tell you, stay away. Stay away. Stay over. Like it's a black diamond. Yeah. I'm living the black diamond internet life, and you probably should stay on the bunny slopes. It's a better experience over there.
Little part of me wants to be that lady who was hanging from the lift.
Just dangle right on out. Yeah.
And I tried to Google it just now. Man axe grandma, grandpa.
No, you don't even want to get any closer.
There is a massive list of cases involving that.
People are so weird. It's such a strange world, and I think we're better off not knowing some of these
This guy saw that list and goes, nobody's videotaped this.
Challenge accepted.
I have to do something brand new. Stay away from the Sean side of the internet. Stay away. Stay on the Courtney side of the internet. It's a better place over there. I promise you that much. All right, a couple of things I want to work in here as we roll on to the show. Here's what I wanted to talk about. And this is a Mo question. Let's put this on the Mo list. I'm going to show you something, and it's a video, so I'm going to describe it for everybody else. And in fact, I'll get a good screenshot right now so we can put it up on See It Now, and you can actually see the visual of this. But I have a lot of questions about this very short video. This is one of those people who drives around filming themselves on motorcycles. I don't know what you want to call this. Speed bike, crotch rocket. I don't know what the proper term for these kind of bikes are. It's a fast motorcycle that's not your Harley style, your hog style, your chopper style. It's a speed bike, a race bike that this guy is on. And he's driving down what appears to be an interstate in this. He sees an emergency vehicle, and the emergency vehicle is having some trouble getting around traffic. Now, here's what follows. He speeds up, revs his engine. He goes in front of the emergency vehicle. All right, now, just so you know, what he's doing is he's ahead of the emergency vehicle, lights on, sirens on, and he's revving his engine and telling people to scoot over and making way for this emergency vehicle to go through.
Kind of cool.
He's giving them an escort. That's what he's doing. You can't do that, right?
Why not?
You can't just go, well, I'm going to take it upon myself to give an escort to these emergency vehicles like this.
I've seen videos like this before, and they've proven to be very helpful. When people are not paying attention, stuck in traffic. And you get someone who can go very fast, very quickly, and move people aside, give them the golden ticket to do that.
Just for the record, I'm not saying it's not working. You're not wrong. It's working. He's going up. He's saying, scoot over, scoot over. Everybody scoot over.
That's a fast bike. You can hear it.
Each car, he revs his engine, and he tells them, move out of the way, and he makes room for the car behind him. Is there any way this is not, like this is definitely illegal.
It seems very illegal.
But could he fall under Good Samaritan of some sort?
I don't know.
He's trying to Good Samaritan, but if nothing else, he is definitely just traveling in the emergency lane.
He's doing that. Somebody says, Sunstate John on YouTube says, he's speeding to do it. He's definitely speeding. He's definitely in lanes, in emergency lanes and stuff that he's not supposed to be in.
He's driving recklessly for sure.
But he's doing it all under the guise that he's clearing the way for the emergency vehicle that's having trouble getting through.
But in stop-still traffic, guys, he could get through it. If he was in the other two lanes, they could still go...
Drive through the lanes and stuff? Like, in the middle you're talking about?
I don't even know if he's speeding because this is a highway, and that's probably 55 minimum, and he's...
It might just sound like he's speeding because he's revving his engine.
But this is stop-still traffic or very slow moving.
Nobody's really going super fast, but he is zooming in and out. And then at the end here, again, I'll put this up on See It Now so you can see the visual. At the end, they go around him. He gives them a thumbs up.
I like it.
And then he tries to outrun him, I think. See ya. Like, you can't do that, right?
Well, he just did.
Also,
is this the biggest loophole ever that you can, if you're helping out the cops and without them asking, that you could break all these laws?
I just realized because I was writing this on the Mo list, I referred to the vehicle as an ambulance, but no, that was just a police officer.
Yeah. With lights and sirens, though.
Yeah. I still think he kind of violated some laws. I mean, I would be curious.
Wow,
what is
over here.
What is the person driving the cop car? How do they feel about it?
I don't know, but does it matter? You're still breaking the law. Like, you don't have... You can't put it upon yourself that you're going to help the police with something. The police, they might ask you, and then maybe I think we talked about that with Mo before, like they can deputize you for a moment or two.
Sort of.
Looks like he just got deputized because
you can't
the cop gave him a thumbs up. They didn't pull him over. They didn't pull him over just now.
Technically, she's right, C-Lane, because he did it, and I don't think he's going to jail for it. I think at the end, the cop goes,
passed right by
all right. Yeah, thank you for doing that. Go look at this yourself over on See It Now. As CNJ says, can't the emergency vehicle just drive in the emergency lane? There wasn't enough room for it to fully go by, and the motorcycle was pushing people over to the right and saying, go over, push over, and making a little lane for the vehicle to get through. It just seems like an excellent excuse to be able to break a whole bunch of laws all at once. But let us know. Is this legal? Is this a legal thing to do? Give us your thoughts. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. When we come back, jury duty, including an update on a story we've been following pretty closely over the course of this week. Some cuffs going out, somebody getting arrested. What for? That update is coming up next on the News Junkie.
You can't argue with an algorithm, but you can call us. Real Radio 104.1. Guaranteed human.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by iHeartAdvertising.com.
The Magic back at it tonight, looking for a third straight win when they host the Rockets. The Magic at 31-26 are 7th in the East right now. College basketball last night, 7th-ranked Florida won at Texas for their 8th straight victory. Alice Condon scored 23. NFL news, the Jaguars will play 2 home games in London next season. The Jags have become the first team to host 2 overseas games in the same season. I'm Matt McCoy.
Run a business and not thinking about radio? Think again, because...
Go mic activated. Stand by. I'll be there in just a moment. Chat, what do you think? Should that guy be arrested? Did he do something wrong? What do you think? Or is he a good Samaritan? I'll be over there in one moment. Just getting today, I learned all set here. Here's Kalshi. Even Mr. Beast. Even the Beast Master, Mr. Beast. The Beastarino. All right. Damn, 90 seconds. How are we doing, everybody? What do we think? He broke a lot of laws and should get a ticket? He broke a lot of laws and should get a ticket, this one says. He should do a wheelie? Of course he should be arrested.
I'm trademarking everything I say on Twitch moving forward. What was stolen from you this time? Is it another Where the Show Wednesday situation?
Yourself. Partner with the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour and get
We're coming back.
Quality lawn the easy way. Sign up at TrueGreen.com. Then sit back and relax.
How's the stream so far, everybody? Good? Are we smooth? No problems, no glitches?
The biggest night in podcasting.
The countdown is on to our 2026 iHeart Podcast Awards. Live from South by Southwest, March 16th, we'll honor the very best in podcasting from the past year and celebrate the most innovative talent and creators in the industry.
Audible is a proud sponsor of the Audible Audio Pioneer Award. Explore the best selection of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals all in one easy app. Audible. There's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
Save every day at Headquarter Hyundai. We've dropped prices on acres of new Hyundais. Visit headquarterhyundai.com.
If you're not confused, you are not paying attention. This is the news.
Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in to the world's most viral newsroom. You can watch the show over on YouTube or Twitch. Check that out over on the website. All the links you need at thenewsjunkie.com. This is a dumb headline. I just have to say, before we get into jury duty, I disagree with this. I'm going to bring up the CBS News story, and it says, a bird seen flying around Las Vegas was rescued. They captured the bird that was flying around Las Vegas, and they rescued it, and they're bringing it back to where I guess it's supposed to be. Which is so funny for some reason, because it's like, oh, you mean the bird that was birding? It was flying around.
They're not supposed to do that. Rescue it.
Yes, it was a toucan, which is a little out of place in the Las Vegas desert. Yes, I acknowledge that. But the bird is supposed to fly around. A toucan could probably figure out how to eat out there, maybe.
You just assume that the toucan is lost if it's running wild in Vegas? Does it?
Toucans are not native to Vegas deserts.
Sure.
They don't tend to be, no.
Did it have, did it have a ring on one of its claws? Because usually that means it's owned by somebody.
Just a cereal box.
This says a toucan that has been seen flying around Las Vegas for months has been saved. We've all been just so worried about him.
For months.
Says Sky Marsh. He's been flying around for months, and they said, Sam is found. What a release. Sam the toucan has been living in Las Vegas since November. Much to the concern of bird experts and enthusiasts who were worried about the exotic bird's health and his ability to survive long-term in a city with drastic weather changes. The little stinker decided it was time for help. He flew into somebody's garage, they said. And there you are. The toucan is finally now. But the toucan would probably argue that he was free before, and now he's in a cage. And you're like, yeah, we got him in a cage. I don't know. I didn't know that he really wanted help here. There's something out there in the desert. There's a lot of tourists.
Can you see its legs in this? No, you can't.
No, not here. After the rescue group caught him, staff took him to a local veterinarian. There were some signs of wear and tear. They gave him fluids and blood work.
Certified pre-owned.
Don't know where they go. Oh, Sam's owner, who had posted on social media about the bird's escape from its cage in November, have not been in contact with the rescue group just yet. So they had reached out and said, we lost our bird, and they were trying to find it, and they got this thing. Now it's in a cage, and they're like, we got it. So it's finally good. I feel like the bird maybe wanted to just fly around a little bit more. And they do this all the time. It wasn't Vegas the place where people were putting little hats on the birds. Do you guys remember that?
On
the pigeons?
Gluing them.
Was it a cowboy hat or?
I think, no. Yeah, something like that.
Pigeon hats, Vegas. I'll try to find this. A story we did so long ago. This was in 2019. It's so funny looking. They said, pigeons wearing tiny cowboy hats spotted in Las Vegas. And the pigeons had little tiny hats on them.
That's good. I like it.
They named them Cluck Norris and Calamity Jane. And then they got the birds. And so we don't know. Maybe the birds put those hats on. Maybe they were inspired by One Piece. They said, this is the kind of hat I want to wear here. I want to wear this around as I'm flying around Vegas. But I can't play any of the videos because almost everybody is quite obviously cursing at the sight of a bird in a hat. Here's one up. I'm muted. This bird wearing a cowboy hat. Just wandering along a parking lot. There's two of them. Little looks like Woody's cowboy hat.
I love the caption here.
There are consequences to legalizing marijuana. All right, there you go. Speaking of that, we could put something about marijuana in jury duty. Let's get into it. Here we go. Hang on. I might as well just use drop slinger for everything these days. Let's do jury duty. Of course, I had it muted.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the news junkie.
Don't name the software when you fail at using it.
That's my fault.
It's making me look bad.
That wasn't a drop slinger fail. The software for all the audio works perfectly. That was a me kind of fail. That's what that was. I do want to share with you at the start of jury duty, brought to you by Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. After an accident, there's lots of attorneys out there. Reach out to Mo. You know him from the show. Let's give it a go. 800-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com.
To be your bro.
This is the story I have related to marijuana. Lamar Odom has now checked out of rehab after a 30-day stint for his marijuana addiction. He has just checked out of rehab.
I'm kind of back and forth on this. I'm torn in two directions. You see,
considering the last
stronger.
time.
Yeah. I'm thinking here, marijuana addiction, rehab for that seems a little.
We did rehab
softish.
for crack last time.
But yes, Lamar Odom definitely has an addictive personality where the marijuana thing can, lead to other things when he gets bored,
He was doing crack at the Bunny Ranch. This guy's got a weed problem.
Did he almost die at the Bunny Ranch?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you should pay attention to his weed problem. Whereas, say, if like a young girl in her teens was like sent to rehab by her parents for marijuana, that seems kind of lame.
Yeah,
on the part of the parents.
Don't say that about Courtney's parents. How could you? How could you do that? Rehab for weed? That brings me
right
back. Yeah, right back to half baked. This Lamar Odom though.
Blank for coke.
How much weed was this guy smoking? Let me see. Lamar Odom checks out of rehab, says the story, after completing a 30-day program at I Rely Recovery in Los Angeles. He got arrested for DUI. Oh, okay. Well, it's one thing. He said neither alcohol nor narcotics played a role in the arrest, but police say Odom's car reeked of weed when he was pulled over, and he admitted to smoking earlier in the day. His manager, Gina Rodriguez, said he wanted to shake his marijuana use, which was out of control, and he had concern that it would lead him to doing hard drugs again. From my experience, it is MTV that will lead you to doing hard drugs again, not necessarily marijuana. MTV is a bigger gateway drug, or at least it was for DJ AM, very famously. For those of you who were not initiated, a famed DJ for a while, DJ AM, was a former crackhead and had some big drug problems.
Was the drug problems that he had because of his recovery from the plane crash?
It was before that. Or
was he a crackhead before that?
It was before that. And then he had been clean for a very, very long time. And MTV did an interview with him, and they're like, you beat your drug addiction. And he said, yeah. And they said, we want to film some stuff with you. And they go, hey, do you think you'd be okay walking in to a gas station and buying a crack pipe on camera for us? Would you be okay with that? And he's like, oh, no. And he goes in and DJ AM buys a crack pipe on camera with the MTV crews rolling. And he said it like kicked his brain into a gear and he started doing drugs. And then after the plane crash with Travis Barker from Blink-182, things only went downhill from there. So he's ripped these days, not doing so well. Lamar Odom, very, very, I'm sure better off. He's good now. But he had to go to rehab for that weed addiction that he had. Give us your thoughts. Tell us what you think. Go to thenewsjunkie.com right now. We're going to get into at the top of the hour what they found in Epstein's secret storage locker. For real, they busted open Epstein's secret storage locker and looked inside. And there are some interesting things and some expected things inside. We'll get to that. But I do want to tell you, there has been an arrest in the case, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. They got one of the bad guys in cuffs, thrown him in jail, and set there to rot away, I guess. The New York Police Department on Friday they did this, but it's just eking out now, arrested a 27-year-old man in connection with the alleged assault of officers with snowballs in Washington Square Park. Guzman Coulibaly, 27, was taken into custody on Friday morning. Where's this guy from? According to police, Guzman Coulibaly, 27 years old, threw a bunch of snowballs at those cops in Washington Square Park and was charged in the matter. Here is the mayor facing some questions about the police being bombarded with snowballs.
So Mr. Mayor, are you
I'll turn this up.
Revise your statement regarding the snowball fight, given that this was not exactly a friendly back-and-forth snowball fight? The police that were there were not throwing any snowballs. They were getting pelted themselves. And number two,
they weren't throwing any snowballs. What?
So
What are
like
we gonna
snow
do about
everywhere.
They were just getting pelted.
Consider banning these crowdsourcing events because they can and sometimes do get out of hand.
I'm not going to be banning snowball fights or organized snowball fights. I've shared
You hear
my,
this,
my
pussy?
thoughts.
You won't even ban snowball fights.
No bull
You
fights.
forgot New York.
I would love a round of stories of like little kids getting arrested by the cops. It's just like snowball in hand.
Strike one.
They were about to throw it at some other kid. Like, kid with a manifesto, let him out. Let the kid with the manifesto out. They're back on the streets. Snowball kid in for a long, long time.
Workers, and I continue to believe that what we are seeing in this response to this winter blizzard from the city workers as a whole, and that includes the hardworking men and women of the NYPD, is part of why the city's getting back on its feet.
He's getting around it now. But the lady was like, are you going to ban the snowball fights or are you going to ban them throwing together these viral events? And he said, no, as of right now. At least that's where we're at this moment in time. We have a lot more to get into. As I said, Epstein, they went into his storage locker, and they in the secret storage locker, they have unearthed some items. And I want to tell you what they were. So we'll get to that. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Earlier accident blocking the left shoulder, I-4 westbound before 436, has been cleared. Just some residual delays in that area. Also, crews working on a crash. I-4 eastbound before 429. Looks like the left shoulder there is blocked. See traffic troubles? Call the
Go bike activated.
Don't wait to save. Mattress Firm's President's Day sale ends soon. Their sleep experts are highly
Chat, question for you.
right bed for your specific needs. Easier
I
sleep,
need
better rest. Get both
a song to end on. What's your certified go-to karaoke banger that I can end today I learned on? What is a certified banger? A bangerino that I can end the show on today, huh? What's the perfect song? Cotton Eye Joe, I Will Always Love You, Living on a Prayer, Sweet Caroline, Ice Ice Baby, Just a Gigolo, Tequila. Dolly Parton or Katy Perry? Islands of the Stream. I did Dolly Parton not that long ago. Yeah. If you know what I mean. Jesus, take the way. Oh, Motown Philly back again. Okay. All right. Boys to Men. ABC, BBD. I could do that. I even wrote it Boys, Roman numeral 2, Men. Because I nail things like that. Nightbot, what is that about? What is that about? All right, folks. Wagon Wheel? It's a good song. Bop. Freebird? Isn't Freebird like the unofficial song of the NHL or the U.S. men's Olympic hockey team? Freebird? All right, quick check-in. We know how things have been going. We know how temperamental some of you are. I want to know, how has the stream been going today? Any glitches at all? Any glitches or smooth? Stream check. Any glitches or smooth? Not a glitch in sight. Smooth for me, smooth. Smooth like my shaved legs. What? No glitches. Smooth AF. Smooth like Doug's head. True. Stream is good. Doing good. Glitchless. All right. Okay. Now, I want to hear from that person that was complaining yesterday and saying, I don't even complain anymore. Since 1-5, this stream has been garbage every day. And it's the only show that has streaming issues. This stream sucks. I want to hear from that person. And I want them to tell me that the stream is smooth today. Tell me that the stream is smooth and all of my hard work has paid off. I will wait. Somebody rat them out. What was their username? Somebody rat them out. No, it wasn't somebody from Facebook. It was somebody right here, right now. Rat them out. Kevin, it wasn't Kevin. It wasn't Arnott. Was it Tam Jam? Tam Jam, come forward. Admit if it was you. We're going to stop everything for Tam Jam. Is Tam Jam here right now? Because I think it might have been Tam Jam. Back in 2 minutes. I never said the stream is garbage. Tam Jam, did you or did you not say you don't even complain anymore because the stream was terrible every day and there's glitches like every day and no other show has it? Did you or did you not? Yes or no? Did you or did you not say it? The freezing is still going on my end. Ladies and gentlemen of chat, is Tam Jam a liar, yes or no? Is Tam Jam a liar, yes or no? Because this is bannable. This is bannable. For sure. You're going to tell me it's still glitching today after all the work I put in and everybody telling me it's not glitching? Tam Jam, your life in chat hangs in the balance right now. I'll give you one last chance. Is it still glitching for you today? One last chance. Very minimal. No, what? Has to be your Wi-Fi or something. Tam Jam, you said on my end, you didn't clarify that. Ban incoming. Brace yourself. Everybody in chat, brace yourself. Dropping the hammer on the Tam Jam. Hardly knew ye. God bless. God bless. Why'd you make me do it? That's the question I have. I was trying to have a good day. I gave you the opportunity. Why did you make me do it? You made me do this. Coming back.
Local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got a question after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
You're listening to the News Junkie. Proceed towards your undoing.
Everybody, make yourself comfortable. You're in the world's most viral newsroom. Learn more about the show. Go over to the website, thenewsjunkie.com. Question for you. If you were on a cruise ship right now, Sealand and Sabrina, you're on a cruise ship right now, sailing the high seas, having a blast. You're with your friends, you're partying, and they go, ladies and gentlemen, just want to let you know we are now docking in the port of Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Do you get off after all we saw with the cartel boss getting killed and stuff, and then chaos afterwards? If your cruise ship docks right now, do you get off, or are you like, nope, not safe, not going out there?
I'd probably kick it on the cruise ship. And again, where they're docking, is it one of those, for example, when you go to the Bahamas, there's a full island that's technically the Bahamas, but it's all cruise ship town. So is that the same with Mexico?
I've never been to the Puerto Vallarta port, so I don't know if it's one of those ones like you're saying where you're not really mixing in with the locals. You know, you're like you mean like
Nassau?
No, Bimini now, which was wild because I went as a child to Bimini when it was not a cruise ship stop, and then when I went on Virgin Voyages a couple years ago, I was like, this is different, and it was no locals around except for those that were working.
I mean, I have particular feelings on this. Like, for instance, when we were just on the Princess Cruise over the Christmas break, we went to the Dominican Republic, and there will be people who got off the ship, wow, this is beautiful, look at this port, and then they went into this literal cage, a fenced-in cage, 10, 12-foot high fences, and security all around the perimeter, and a little, like, secured shopping area where they're like, we are from the Dominican Republic, and they convince you that this is actually the Dominican Republic. I stand by the fact that that is not actually visiting the place. You have to get out. You have to go. You have to go explore.
You know, our visit to Jamaica.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, in a way, we that's different though, because we did drive from
we
the
got
airport,
to see it,
and we got to drive through all of Jamaica before going to the Sandals Resort.
And we stopped at that little store.
And we stopped. We interacted.
We saw Jamaican reindeer.
Was it a little bit like a North Korean tour? Sure. We're probably not getting the legit side of things when we do that. But in the Dominican Republic, I was
Nobody
like,
actually offered us any of that cow penis soup.
No. But did we pay for a 12-pack $60? Yes.
Yeah, right. There's not a lot of options. So I said, let's go. Courtney was like, yeah, let's go. We got a cab. We took a tour all day long, went over all the different parts of the Dominican Republic where we're at. We did a bunch of tours through the places in the capital, a lot of different things we did to get an experience of what it was like in the Dominican Republic. And I learned a lot of things. I learned that they're not super fond of Haiti. I learned now their neighbor on the island, they're like, don't go over there. Don't go. Okay, all right, fine.
An addendum to your hypothetical. Because I would assume that with this bit of unrest in the area, maybe the cruise ship would go, hey, we're not going to stop at Puerto Vallarta.
Yeah.
However, say they were stopped there. and this cartel stuff rose up and bedlam was happening.
Yeah.
They have a schedule that they're supposed to adhere to. But if the cartels start opening fire on the cruise ship,
see you later.
Can they just anchor up and peace out?
Boat law. They got to do something. I ask you the question, bringing you back to the destination here. Literally, would you, with all the news about the most wanted man in the world, the head of the cartel in Mexico being killed in this operation, and all of his cartel peeps freaking out and lighting a bunch of stuff on fire, would you get off in Puerto Vallarta? And I don't mean, this is why I went on the tangent about the Dominican Republic and these other places. I don't mean in the cage. I don't mean, oh, you're just at the port. No, I mean into the place. Go into the place, explore around. Would you do it? A lot of yeses. A lot of yeses. I don't know how much I believe you, but a lot of yeses. Nolan says you guys didn't do real Jamaica. That's fair. I mean, I think that's fair. I think we saw a good bit of the area, but I think I would maybe at this moment hold back on that. I don't know that I would want to risk it. The cartel doesn't care. This is not like other things. This is literally on the level of ISIS. The cartel people will absolutely kill a bunch of Americans to make a point. 100%. They'll absolutely do it. They'll do it, and they won't blink twice or think twice. They'll get it done, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, man, I should have stayed on the cruise ship. Maybe we shouldn't have done that. I'm dead now. How am I even talking? Cruise ships are being diverted at the moment. Cruise passengers who have booked voyages with stops in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, may see their ships diverted this week because of the violence there. This has been something that they've been trying to figure out. Now, flights have resumed in some of these places, but the Royal Princess and the Holland America Zwierdam, or something like that, ships bypassed their Puerto Vallarta stops this week. Other Mexico sailings continue as planned. You can get off if you want to, they say. But would you? Let us know. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. TIPS at thenewsjunkie.com. Couple of emails coming in. I want to get to these. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. About the motorcyclist, the person who was driving the motorcycle earlier, who was driving along, and I said, is that person breaking the law? It's almost tough to ask that because I think they were. They saw an emergency vehicle. They were hauling ass down the interstate, and the motorcycle went in front of the police car with the sirens and pushed people out of the way for them and then waved them by. And I said, are they breaking the law here? I think they just clearly are. It's about whether the cops will let them get away with it, which it seems like they did. But a bunch of people are chiming in with that, saying he absolutely was breaking the law. There's no way you can get away with that. And I'm sure the cops reported him to another officer who was in the area. Even though you didn't see him get arrested right there on camera, it doesn't mean he didn't face any consequences for this.
And why, after all the thumbs uppery and the, hey, we did it, I got you through, and then you race the cop?
Yeah. Afterwards, doing that is just showing they are not afraid. They do not really worry about what's going to happen here.
I'm not afraid anymore.
C emails the show. C says, Dear Sean, as you know, I'm a huge fan and longtime listener since the 5 a.m. days. For those of you who are new, that's a long time back. Now you'll have to excuse me for being one of the Gen X generation. I'm not too big into technology. I don't even have a Facebook. Oh, that's fine, C. I finally saw your picture online, and I pictured you way differently.
Oh, sorry.
Basically, that's what they're saying. I pictured you way differently, C says. Not to say that it's bad. Actually, your voice is cooler than you look. I imagine your girlfriend loves you for your personality like the rest of us do.
Wow.
The hell, man? I love the secret shows, and I definitely recommend it to anybody. Keep up the work and tell Celan and Sabrina how great of a job they're doing. Thank you. I thought you looked like James Franco before I saw your picture, but I guess I was wrong. Huh. Still love the show. C. Wow.
James Franco, huh?
Do I sound like James Franco? Because I don't think I
think so.
I don't.
Kind of a stoner voice.
I certainly don't look like James Franco. I wasn't gifted with that. I mean, I think I wouldn't say I'm an ugly guy here, but I guess C would. C would say I'm punching way above my grade here, which I agree that's true. I've stumbled upon a beautiful partner here. But I like to think she's into me for more than just this radio stuff. Could be wrong about that. A lot of other people emailing, and we'll get to some of them as the show rolls on. Thanks for that email, C. Now, I said we'd talk about what was in Epstein's secret storage locker, so let's do it. Let's see what we can find here. The contents of Epstein's secret storage locker have been revealed. And this story
is it a list? It's a list. Publish the list.
I can't. Enough of the list.
Why
already.
do you hope not?
I'm fine either way. Don't want it to sound otherwise. A secret storage locker rented by Jeffrey Epstein contained computers, videotapes. I have some questions about this next part here. Sex slave manuals. Now, what exactly is that?
Like how?
I mean, other than the obvious, like, is this, did he write his own sex slave manual, or are there other ones that you can get on Amazon or something?
Like smut?
And photographs of naked women. That's what was in the secret storage locker, according to this.
And we just went into that bad boy.
Earlier this week, they revealed that Epstein paid private detectives to remove the items from his Florida property in an apparent attempt to hide them from investigators ahead of a police raid in 2005. These were kept at a nearby storage facility in Palm Beach for several years while police investigated him. The unit was rented on Epstein's behalf by the Riley Kirali Detective Agency.
Oh.
And
how's
was
that
one of at
agency
least
doing?
6 storage lockers leased by Jeffrey Epstein, they said. An inventory of the secret Palm Beach lockup obtained by the Telegraph showed what was inside. They had 3 computers, 29 address books, and a 3-page list of masseuses in Florida. I might want to be careful with that list because he kind of liked the underage massages. The hidden storage unit also contained nude photographs believed to be of Epstein's victims, as well as dozens of pornographic magazines, VHS tapes, and DVDs eroticizing teenagers. Take from that what you will. An 8mm video cassette tape was also locked away in the storage unit, apparently containing footage of someone in the shower and a woman in lingerie, as well as a 2005 calendar, greeting cards, letters, and laboratory results. So now they are releasing all of this information and suggesting that this was in the secret locker that Epstein had. Now, I'll toss over to you. I feel like I wouldn't mind there being charges against the people who helped him hide this, actually. If Epstein goes, they're coming to investigate my house, take all of this stuff and put it in your name in a storage locker somewhere. I feel like there's a level of guilt associated with that too. You know, if I'm now assisting somebody in the commission of a crime is what I'm suggesting here. That's what it seems like, at least to me. But let us know what you think. That's what they found in this secret storage locker rented by Mr. Jeffrey Epstein. We'll get to more of your comments as we continue on with the power hour of the show and a whole lot more, including your dispatches. But technology causing some issues, some pretty ugly ones, if I'm honest with you. And I'll explain what happened here with a new piece of technology and why somebody's mad, because that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733. From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Crew still working on that vehicle fire. I-4 westbound before Lake Mary Boulevard. 2 left lanes there remain blocked. Also, another crash reported 436 northbound after Red Bug Lake Road. Left lane there is restricted. And accident reported I-4 eastbound before 429. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster. I started Blindster in my garage back in 2010. Since then, we've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters nationwide. Our blinds are DIY friendly, guaranteed to fit, and always cheaper than big box stores. Blindster.com.
Hey, big thanks to Elixir downtown for bringing us some lunch today. And if you want to get your hands on some tickets to Earth Day Birthday without paying the service charges, you can head over to Elixir. You can get a free Mick Ultra or Neutral for each ticket you buy. They're the official sponsors of WJRR's Earth Day Birthday. Head over to Elixir or Jack's Fifth Avenue in Lake Mary and get your tickets cash.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
These days, you've got two choices. Buying a new car or making the one you've got run like new. We know which one we'd choose. That's why at Firestone Complete Auto Care, we have thousands of ASE certified technicians nationwide trained to spot an issue with your car before it becomes a problem, no matter the make or model. Get more out of your car. Firestone Complete Auto Care. Call or go on.
Hello? Stand by.
You'll use the radio in your car more than anything else. When buying a new car, make sure the AM/FM is simple, clear, and convenient.
The riders who face Daytona Supercross are built different, withstanding the most unforgiving and grueling track is not just a point of pride, but of pure grit and determination. This battle can only be felt in person. Witness the action unfold at the only place in Florida where the biggest names will battle it out under the lights. Daytona Supercross is built different.
Just gotta cue this audio up real quick.
The gate drops Saturday, February 28th. There's only one place to be. Secure your
Motown, fill it back again. All right. Almost done. Just got to cue this up. $30. Cool. Rock and roll, baby. Rock and roll.
We may be dealing with the cold weather right now.
We're one person down. We are. Rip to the chatter that I tossed. I'm sorry. I had to be done.
Replacement windows to the rescue because they're engineered specifically for our.
What is your grade on me bouncing that user? Was it harsh or fair? Me banning that person. Harsh or fair? Harsh or fair?
AC systems that don't have to work as hard, and with zero down, zero payments,
harsh.
0% interest for 12 months, upgrading.
Two harshes.
Here's what Kathy had to say about using Renewal by Anderson.
A+. Not a fan, huh?
Job on the installation. Highly recommend Renewal by Anderson. Visit
she had it coming.
Schedule your free in-home consultation. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
If it felt right to you, it was right enough. Sometimes it's just in the moment you got to go with your gut. Way harsh. Did Sean just call Courtney a gold digger? No. Where'd you get that from? Chat, do you guys see what I'm talking about? Constantly on this show, it's people saying that I said a thing that I didn't say. I say enough for you guys to work with. I don't have to, you know, I instead have to fight like ghosts of things I said. If it was YouTube, fair. All right, we're coming back, everybody. Power Hour rolls on. Stand by. 24-hour ban. Should it be longer? Should the ban be longer, yes or no?
Bill Gates admitted to banging chicks?
No, did he admit to like cheating? Is that what he said?
Yeah, with Russian women. Term life insurance.
Come on, Bill. What's going on?
Bill. All you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-444-2013. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-444-2013. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life.
2013. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-444-2013. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800.
LOL 100-year ban. 100 years.
Sports feed all in one place with iHeartRadio. From the pursuit of gold, golden goal, to the bracket busting in March.
You think you know what's going to happen, but it never goes as scripted.
From the first pitch in spring training,
Ohtani tees off,
to the dreams of the NFL draft.
With the first pick,
you're one tap away. Open the iHeart app and stream your local stations. Catch the latest on Fox Sports Radio or dive into the world's biggest sports podcasts. Search sports on iHeartRadio and lock in.
Radio 104.1.
He won't hesitate to call you out when you're being a little asky.
So good to see you on a day like today. You look great. You smell great. You sound great. You can learn more about the show by going over to the website, which is thenewsjunkie.com. C-Lane was just saying during the break, Bill Gates, I guess, has admitted to some of the stuff that was in the Epstein files, like cheating with some Russian women, hookers, maybe? I don't know.
No, he didn't say hookers. In fact, it is the most Bill Gates cheatery that I could ever imagine out of a person like that. Said I did have affairs, one with a Russian bridge player,
hot,
and the other with a Russian nuclear physicist. Of course, Bill Gates has to cheat with somebody who's intellectually on his level.
All right, so he said he admitted to not being faithful to his wife. And she said as much. And then in the Epstein files, there was stuff about getting STD medication. Who knows if any of this stuff is real?
Say anything about that.
No.
It says one of two women Russian Bill Gates admits having affairs with during his 27-year marriage. This is worded very weird, was helped financially by Jeffrey Epstein, used the sordid secret to try and blackmail the billionaire Microsoft co-founder. And they're saying that it was Mila Antonova. I'm guessing that's the bridge player.
They named the person. That's crazy.
The New York Post has named one of them.
All right. Mila, does she look like you would imagine?
She looks kind of Russian.
How do you imagine a bridge player?
Nerdy, if I'm just going to be real with you. Very, very like glasses. They're pushing them up on their nose. They're a bridge player.
No glasses. But they met at a bridge match in 2009. She does not look like I would imagine a bridge player to look.
Okay. Well, there he goes. He's coming out.
By that I mean attractive. She looks attractive. Sorry to all the bridge players out there.
Send me the link. Now I have to see. I have to see what.
Just search Bill Gates. It's up there.
I wonder why he's doing this now. Is something else going to come to surface soon that we don't already know?
I mean, everybody's been firing questions at him about all the Epstein stuff. He can't avoid it. He's tried numerous times to answer the question. I mean, even in his admission of guilt with the cheating, he reiterates, like, hey, I wasn't involved in... It says, Gates admitted the affairs while maintaining he did nothing illicit with his now dead pedophile pal, according to the New York Post.
Is this supposed to be the one? Because there's a woman whose face is in the Epstein files blacked out. Is that who the bridge player is supposed to be?
Maybe, but are you on the Post?
Yeah. I'm on the post about this. I don't see any photos of her where she's... Oh, is that...
Yeah,
that's
her.
Her?
That's her.
Oh, she looks so much younger than him in this photograph.
Yeah.
She looks so much younger. She might be in her 20s or something, but
that's why he said bridge player instead of
instead of she can't be too old in this particular this photograph here that they're showing on the New York Post.
They said that was in 2009, right? What's her name? Milo
Antonova, Antonova, is one of the women that Bill Gates is admitting to having an affair with. So now he's going like, the pressure against me because of the Epstein files is so much, I have to at least admit guilt to something. All right, guys, I'll tell you, I cheated on my wife with the bridge player and the nuclear scientist. This is the most he'll come to terms with, at least right now. But yeah, she looks a little young in this particular photograph of the
20.
two of them.
Looked like she was 20.
She was 20 at the time. So he admitted that he spent time with Epstein in New York, Germany, France, and Washington, but never visited the island. Nobody wants to cop to visiting the island. Nobody at all. And probably in its
wasn't there
day.
one celebrity?
Was there
female
anybody?
celebrity that was like, yeah, I went on the island and it was weird?
No, she went to dinner at his house. You're talking about Chelsea Handler, I think.
Oh, that's who it was.
Yeah.
Okay. What celebrities have admitted to going to Epstein Island is what I want to see. So I'm going to look to visiting Epstein Island. There has to be somebody who's like, oh, I went, but it was totally different than you think. Wasn't any kids there at all.
A lot of bridge playing.
Oh, very surprising on this list. Prince Andrew.
Yeah.
Prince Andrew on the list. Reid Hoffman, the LinkedIn co-founder, has said he spent at least one night. One night's enough to do it, Reid. One night on Epstein Island. This is not like staying at a hojo. You stay one night on Epstein Island, that's enough to do you in. Leslie Wexner, the billionaire CEO of L Brands, which you don't know, but Victoria's Secret, which you do,
Makeup.
is owned by L Brands. Once visited Epstein's private island with his family during a brief stop on a cruise. Of course, says, I don't remember any of this happened. Figures often discussed in public media reports, but no admission of visiting. Bill Clinton, whose wife, Hillary Clinton, is testifying behind closed doors today to Congress over Epstein connections.
Behind closed doors, but I've seen pictures of it.
Yeah.
I mean, they were showing it on the news.
I think they just stopped because now we have lawmakers speaking out in front.
Yeah. It was under oath, so it's like they recorded it somewhere in the files, but it wasn't broadcast. They didn't broadcast. And from what I heard, Hillary Clinton said she doesn't know anything new about this. Well, I mean, of course, now you're not going to know anything new. And she's like, I'm denying any kind of wrongdoing. Bill Clinton, of course, flew on Epstein's planes multiple times, but he says he never went to the island. Donald Trump is mentioned in logs and documents, but he says he never went to the island. Elon Musk said he was invited, but he refused. Naomi Campbell says she did not go to the island. Stephen Hawking, I don't know where he went, but he's with some bikini babes in the photos. All right, that's all we know about Mr. Hawking right now. We know he's in the pictures with the ladies with the fruity drinks, and that's about it.
And like we said before, if Stephen Hawking is guilty of something, it's very, I don't want to say impressive. That's like the worst word.
In a way,
but like,
it would be physically impressive for him to be able to achieve what he is alluded to have done or alleged to have
the
done.
money and the computer voice too.
But he didn't have the ability to sexually perform, which is where the problem with some of the stuff that's unearthed in this is people run hog wild and they know you know what you're doing when you're doing this. There's a lot of different people that you'll hear, like you'll hear Katie Johnston's name, absolute hoax, 100% hoax when you hear this woman's name attached to some of these stories. There's other stories that you'll hear people talking about, and it's like so clear that it was a mentally ill person calling a tip line. And just like the Nancy Guthrie case where somebody called up for the $1 million tip and said, the people were escaping via secret tunnels underneath the city of Tucson. And you go, okay, this is a crazy person. But if a crazy person's tip ends up released in these files, oh, God, if you don't like them, you'll take it as the gospel. And you'll say, no, this is legit. This is legit. I don't like this person, so that means they 100% did this right now. Bill Gates getting so much flack that he has to cop to something, and at least he says he did the two Russians.
But they were smart Russians.
Super
smart.
Smart Russians. Yeah. I honestly, from the Bill Gates standpoint, his marriage is already over. So what does he have to lose by just offering up that little bit and then going, listen, all right, I'll come clean.
It's just a legacy
Bang
thing.
a couple
yeah.
Russians.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to save his legacy in many ways. Insecure Walrus says, those Stephen Hawking pictures weren't from Epstein Island. I didn't think so, yeah. He was just on vacation somewhere with the caretaker girls, and those pics wound up in an email or something attached. And Insecure Walrus, you're exactly right on a lot of these things. Sometimes Epstein would take a picture from somewhere else and then put it in an email or send it to somebody. And
Look
then
at
that
me
picture,
having a good time.
like that picture would come out and people were like, whoa, this is in the Epstein files. And then it looks bad. But like he was a weirdo saving pictures and like sending them to himself. There was a bunch of stuff like that happened over the years. Well, over the release of these files. All right, here's what I was talking about before the break. This is the inevitable future. Whether we want it or not, the food delivery robots are going to be coming to our houses. The food delivery robots are going to be showing up at your house because they want to get rid of the actual drivers they have to pay some money to. And now some of the food delivery robots are damaging homes. I bring you to the delivery robot drama from KTLA. Let's see what they say in this story about a delivery robot damaging one of the houses that it went to. Let's see.
Going rogue. A food delivery robot drives through a woman's garden in East Hollywood, damaging her fence and crushing her plants in the process. It's the latest complaint against the delivery robots, with some worry the machines could wind up hurting someone.
And Jillian Smuckler is live for us in East Hollywood with a story you'll see only on 5.
Let's have it, Smuckler.
Hi, Rick and Kareen. Yeah, imagine a robot just shows up to your house uninvited and then trashes the place on its way out. That's exactly what happened to a woman here in East Hollywood after a food delivery robot tore through her garden right out front of her home, leaving her screaming and chasing.
This ain't your garden, lady. It's on the other side of the sidewalk. That's not your property. That's city property. They did mess it up, though. The robot went into the grass on the other side of the sidewalk outside of her front yard. But you're not going to win nothing there because that's government property, I think. There it goes.
Cocos have been
kind of hauling ass.
relentless.
What's a Coco? I've never even heard of this brand before. That's what the name of this delivery robot that's automated in East Hollywood that's doing this.
Sounded like ordinary street noise, quickly turned into chaos when a food delivery robot
got stuck.
tore through one East Hollywood resident's garden.
I heard a commotion. I came out here. I found the Coco in my garden.
Kaya Reel says the robot known as Coco had already uprooted plants and gotten
Taking liberties with the word garden.
When you saw the robot coming and tearing it all up, you're like, this is like hours of my time and
For
work.
sure. Yeah, definitely. It did not feel good. No.
No, it didn't feel good.
Did you tip Coco correctly last time?
Do they ask for a tip from Coco? Because
I sure hope
Coco
not.
is clearly upset.
Yeah, he's mad about something here. I don't know if this woman's going to get anything out of this.
Are we going to have to tip the robots in a different way? Like, you know how the Tin Man in Wizard of Oz really like that oil can? So they come, they deliver the food to us, and we just give it a couple little WD-40 on the
Just
way.
like that. I guess Coco delivery is DoorDash and Uber Eats at in Los Angeles, Chicago, Miami, and Helsinki. Of all places. Yeah. Los Angeles, Chicago, Miami, and Helsinki. If you use DoorDash or Uber Eats at a restaurant that has Coco, then it's not even a person. They put it on the robot. The robot goes to your location. And then when the robot goes there, you get a code on your phone. You put that code into the robot and it opens up. And then you get your food and shut the robot and send it on its way.
And they have this in California, Illinois, Florida, and Finland?
Yeah, those are the places. So I don't know why they picked those spots.
Maybe Coco was developed in Finland.
This says, while largely autonomous, they are monitored by remote human pilots. If that's true for this lady's quote-unquote garden, there are more issues here than we know so far from the KTLA report. All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, we're going to do the final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut, and today learn to wrap everything up for a Thursday. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Music Weekends, our classic alternative.
Has anybody done a Waymo in Orlando yet? Do I have anybody in the chat who has Waymo'd? I don't love the coverage. I know it's just phase 1. I know it's just the first of many phases before we have a nice big Waymo area. But I want to know, besides the people that I've seen do it on the news, because I want to go ride one again. I rode one before. But let me see. Where is the Waymo thread on Reddit Orlando? Waymo service area. Yeah, Paramore area, Clear Lake, Holden Heights. I-4 is in this, but I don't know if Waymos go on interstates. Maybe they do. Millennia is in the area. Williamsburg, where my grandmother used to live. So you can get to Epic Universe via Waymo, which is interesting. Venusaur, I'll take one only if I can keep the windows open. I don't know if you can open the windows. I didn't try to do that. Can you take the Waymo to the Moses Golf Tournament? I think... I can't tell because the map doesn't have, it has the numbers for numbered roads, but I can't totally tell, which is I drive and all that. Anyway, I'm going to take you over to Sean so he can.
Hello? Rate the show. It's time to rate the show, folks. 10 out of 10, you know where it goes. I bring it to the Hall of Fame, no notes. It's a 10 out of 10 show. We did it, Joe. 10 out of 10. Or 1 out of 10 over here into Garbageville. Now, as far as I know, despite what some people tried to say in a moment of slanderous nonsense in chat, I don't believe there are any technical glitches with the stream today. Blessed be the Holy One for that. But I do think it's time for you to rate the show. So let's see those ratings. 9.5, 8.3 stolen comments out of 10, 9 space goatsies out of 10, 9.8, 9 out of 10 banned tam jams, Bamalam, 10 out of 10 licked axes, ew, 5 out of 7, wait, what are you doing? 10 out of 10 bands, 10 psycho delivery robots out of 10, 10 rubber gloves, 7.5 Sean killed Jeff, 2 out of 10 because of the Tam Jam ban. That's tough to say. Back in a moment. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hey. Hey. Hello? Hello? Notice me. Notice me. There we go. Okay. Oh, my. Oh, my God. Mild problems at the end. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, little buddy. We good? We're good. Thank you all. Chatter of the day is Tam Jam, everybody. Tam Jam on YouTube. Tam Jam on YouTube, our chatter of the day.
Places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
This is the Duke's country song. It's a song about Duke's Mayo. It says here it's got twang. That sounds good. Get Duke's Mayo in store. It's got twang.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. For a guaranteed cash offer, visit thenickleyGroup.com.
helping to spread awareness, or whatever the new buzz term is.
We're not actually doing anything.
The cut. And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Thursday. Don't forget, a secret show tonight at 8 p.m. for those of you who want to watch live. You can watch secret shows live on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. over on thenewsjunkie.com or, as per usual, on the News Junkie fan Discord. Links for that over on the website. Hope to see you tonight. Should be a fun time. Now we get into the final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut, and today I learned, and we wrap everything up for a Thursday. Let's see what we got on the way out. Let me just check. Big John is talking about the person who was helping the emergency vehicle on the motorcycle earlier. What's up, junkers? Okay. So these people saying this guy did something very illegal, or he definitely got arrested after the fact. The videos you see of cops running after a suspect trying to flee, and a random bystander tackles or trips the guy to help the cops. By that logic, the bystander just assaulted somebody, and he's going to get arrested for it. It doesn't make sense. If the guy on the motorcycle did something super egregious and wasn't being helpful, but more of a nuisance, then I could see him being a problem. But otherwise, you're crazy for thinking you did something wrong. And that depends on what you mean by something wrong. Like when you say the word wrong, it's like as so many other things, it's loaded. He definitely broke laws, being on a motorcycle, seeing that there was a cop car with sirens going and lights going, and then taking it upon himself to escort the police car through the traffic and get people out of the way for the police car. That is definitely breaking laws. He's breaking laws in the commission of this act. It just doesn't matter. Sometimes, like if the cops go, no, that guy was super helpful, and it doesn't matter. The cops aren't going to charge him with anything. If the cops wanted to be a dick, I think they probably could have, but we'll see what Mo says about it. And that'll do it for the emails for right now. Let me get into the final dispatches. In fact, there's even a little jingle for that whole thing, isn't there? Yeah.
These are the final dispatches, but Sean will probably only play one.
Hey, everybody. Quick little tidbit before the final dispatches. As far as I know, no glitches on the stream today. And I got to tell you, welcome outcome. I was
You thought you were going to melt down today.
I thought it was going to be bad. It seems like all the work I put in yesterday was not for nothing. But I'm glad. I'm glad that was the outcome today. We'll see what happens tomorrow. A couple of video dispatches. Here's Bone In talking about their cruise.
Hello, Bone In here.
Hi.
I'm supposed to be going to Puerto Vallarta April 1st at a Mexican cooking class.
Cool.
If the ship docks there, I'm getting off.
He's doing it.
That's that.
There he goes. He says, even though you got this cartel stuff going on, he would still get off at that destination on a cruise. Some of the cruises canceling those destinations for the moment. Here's Anjawa. It says, I'm jeffing at the expo.
Hey, y'all. I dispatched about jeffing the other day.
Wow.
And it being Carter Brunson.
Oh, wow.
Here at the expo before the Princess runs this weekend. They do have big banner that says
Is that the guy just died?
No. She's at a run, and it says jeffing. She's like at something before there's going to be a run, and it says jeffing in the background. Jeff Galloway, obviously, she apologized for all the background noise. But, I don't think he was there, but after he was mentioned on the show the other day, the jeffing guy died.
Yeah, Sean killed him.
I didn't kill him, but Jeff Galloway is dead. I will admit to that part of it. And she was right in front of one of these signs for this. It's been so popular, this whole jeffing thing, which is like a mixture of walking and running, which sounds nice to me. Here's one more. I'm going to do it just because we're at the end here. Here's Seychelles Dispatch today.
The News Junkie, Sean, Celine, and of course my lovely Sabrina.
Hello.
Sean, I know I'm not going to talk about Apple because you can't handle the truth, but I'm going to switch gear and talk about something that I just saw.
Okay.
And I just wanted your take on it. Have you heard about the judge and his wife that got arrested with 1.8 million cubic cubes of cocaine? 1.8 1.8 tons of cocaine.
Oh, I was wondering what cubic cubes of cocaine were, but...
Is that like a sugar cube, but more fun?
He says it's from the famous place nobody wants to talk about, Somaliland in Minnesota, I think is what he says here. I'm just looking at the transcription. I didn't see that. You're saying a judge got caught with cocaine in Minneapolis? I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of judges out there.
Turns out his trials, though, were rapid fast.
Judge, I see a Florida judge.
Well, you have
arrested.
a right to a speedy trial.
I see a judge who's sentencing somebody. I don't see this story at all.
Fake news. Samsung fake news.
This says Texas man sentenced to prison after 7 kilos of cocaine found in an igloo cooler, but that's, the judge is not the bad guy in that one.
It is if you're the man. If you're the one on the receiving end of the sentencing.
We're right back to depends on what you mean by bad guy.
Eye of the beholder, man.
Yeah, you do have to stipulate that stuff sometimes. That'll have to do it for now. It's time to get the hell out of here. And let's do Today I Learn.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learn.
It is Today I Learn for a Thursday, February 26, 2026. Today I Learn this band. Hang on one sec. This band right here.
Never made it as
Nickelback is right, indeed. Producer Joey Moy, who produced Nickelback's album, went to Nashville to produce country music and is the producer with the most weeks on the top of the country producers chart, making albums for Florida Georgia Line, Morgan Wallen, and others. He wanted to be a rock star himself in his own right, but decided to go another angle and started doing music with country music acts like Dallas Smith, Florida Georgia Line, Jake Owen, Morgan Wallen, and Chris Lane as well.
Yeah, baby.
Even wrote some of those Chris Lane songs. Today, there was somebody named Deborah Sampson who successfully hid the fact that she was a woman in the Continental Army during the American Revolution, even removing a musket ball from her leg herself to avoid being discovered, they said. This woman wanted to fight in the Revolutionary War so bad that she pretended to be a man at the time. Would have been real easy to just be like, nope, don't want to do it. I'm a lady. I don't want to get into this. But she did. Whole ass Wikipedia on this woman, if you want to look her up. Deborah, Deborah Sampson, Samson is her name. And finally, today I learned this musical group right here.
Boyz II Men.
That's right, Boyz II Men indeed. They released 2 albums that you may have not heard of. They covered popular Japanese songs, and that's it on these albums. 2 different songs. They were so big in Japan that they wanted to do some of the Japanese popular cover songs and ended up doing these to huge success. Nobody in the United States has heard these songs, but I'm sure we could look them up if we wanted to. I'd just rather listen to this on the way out. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll see you next time, everybody.